And we're live. Hello everyone and welcome back to Lynn's Live Retrospectives is what we're doing today. Welcome folks, welcome. I hope you're all doing well. Hey. Alright, give me a minute. As usual, I think, oh wait. Everything's working. That's weird. That doesn't usually happen. What? You mean the audio's fine and the video's fine? We can just get started? No hecking way. Let me wait one more minute for the ad break to end. I don't want anyone to be trapped in ads. That's unfortunate. Twitch does not allow me to remove them. While I give that one extra second, I hope everyone is doing well. I hope everyone is doing all right on this fine... It's a Tuesday, right? It's gotta be a Tuesday. Okay. I know what time it is, clearly. Yeah, the chain is not gonna happen. Is it? I don't know. Is it? Who knows? Give it like 30 more seconds. My bad. No, don't worry about it. By breaking the chain, you free everyone to gamble to their heart's content, which I'm sure everyone in chat is very much appreciative of. Good day, Commander. This might be the last day that folks in chat can say good day, Commander. Get your good day commanders in today. There's no more good days. All days are going to be different now. Yeah, so for anyone who's wondering, oh, wonderful. Okay, I think we can start. The ad breaks are over? Ad breaks are over. Okay, wonderful. Hello. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to XCOM2. For the final time, I'm going to be going over what I thought of this game, what I liked about it, what I didn't like about it, comparing it to other tactical RPGs I've played, because I sure have played a good number of them. I have indeed played quite a few. Okay, here. So I played most Fire Emblems. I think I'm missing just 4 and 5. I've played almost everything else. I've played Triangle Strategy a good number of different ways with a good number of different challenges in the middle. Obviously played TOR. That was a decent game. Tactics Ogre Reborn. And the latest one added to my list, Final Fantasy Tactics. I played War of the Lions right before Ivalice Chronicles came out because I think Square Enix figured out that I was playing the game and decided to make a remake. I'm kidding, of course. But all of those games are brilliant. I've played various challenges on those as well. Deathless, Hard Mode, New Game Plus, Random Army, Rolling the Wheel. The maddening blind Xenologue was freaking insane for Fire Emblem Engage. We've had a fun time out here in tactical RPG land. And now adding to my list is XCOM2, which I was... okay, so people told me this game was Fire Emblem with guns. That's what I was... It was marketed to me as Fire Emblem with guns. Is that true? I don't think so. And I'm gonna go into why. I think Fire Emblem fans may not necessarily like this game. But I did. I thought it was a pretty good game. Now, I'm gonna start with the intro here, I guess. It was actually really good. I really enjoyed this game. Is it like very similar to Fire Emblem? I actually don't think so at all. I think it was extremely different in terms of gameplay. Who said that? Good question. We'll get to that. This was the original marketing to me, specifically, as like a very fantasy tactical RPG player, was like, oh, it's like the FTRPGs, but it's got guns in it instead of like swords. And while I don't think that's true, I think it was actually a brilliant game and extremely different from anything I'd played before. I think, from what I've heard, Mario and Rabbids Kingdom Battle might also be a similar type of game. But yeah, none of the other TRPGs I've played actually come close to the specific gameplay style, let alone the all the genre knowledge I was missing. So I had a blast with this game. I really was learning a lot. I think it took me quite a while to get through it because we had to take a few breaks in the middle. But I picked up a lot about American action movies along the way. And now I am ready finally to give my opinion on them. So this one's going to be a little bit different than most other reviews that I've done. And if anyone is curious about the other reviews I've done, you can find all of those on my YouTube. They're out there. Yeah, so you'll notice that I've included a few things on the screen that I don't usually include. I have a win count and a sin count, and my goal today is to go through... Oh, thank you, Marionette. That's the YouTube right there. If you want to see all my past reviews, I've done reviews for pretty much everything on that list. Well, I mean, not all the FE games I played before I started streaming, but Engage is on there, Tri-Strat is on there, Tactics Ogre Reborn is on there, FFT War of the Lions is on there. It's good times. Yeah, we're doing Cinema Sins today. I'm going to go through various different gameplay mechanics, story things, etc. And I'm going to tell you whether I liked them or not, and whether they reminded me of like various fantasy things or not. I think that's kind of what we're gonna do. And then along the way, as always, I will be rating things. So I guess what do we start with? What do we start with? Should we start with some ratings, or should we start with? I'm gonna start with the overall. I think that's what we do. I think we start counting wins and sins. And then later we can rate, like, I think the skills and we can rate the enemies. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, that sounds good. Okay, so the other difference between this one and most other games I've reviewed in the past is that I think XCOM2 might be the game for which I have the most notes. I was just... Throughout this entire game, I have actually been writing things down, like every now and then, just my thoughts on what I'm playing. and I have so many to go through here that I've sorted into various categories. So let's go through the categories and give me a second. Last but not least, before we get into the actual categories, I do want to say there is a reason I do these live. If you have any thoughts or opinions, please do put them in chat right here. By the way, if your chat isn't showing up in the video, that means you need to choose a color. So just go choose like a username color in Twitch. It's like it's a known bug in Twitch. Just want to make that clear before we get started. I think we're all good. I think we're all good. All right, let's go. Okay, so let me also just change the topic because we're no longer in the intro. Let's get into, here we go, description 3. Topic. First, I really want to mention the tactics first because what is a 10 out of 10 no notes. No. What is a TRPG? Never. What is a TRPG without the tactics? I think, yeah, I mean, as I said before, it was really, really different from Fire Emblem, Triangle Strategy, TOR, FFT. All of those have a very specific style. This one is different because of the range, I think, more than anything else. Like, what do you mean I can shoot from like 15 squares away? What the frick is that? In Fire Emblem Shadow Dragon, and maybe like let's give Three Houses a shout out. Let's give, I think, FE15 a shout out. Those are the games in which you can do things at like 10 range in the first game, 5 range in the next two I mentioned. And that was basically the extent of anything range that I'd gotten through. Of course, in Triangle Strategy, TOR, FFT, there are like a little bit more in terms of range. You can shoot from like a high ground and get further away squares, etc. And you do make use of that in various different ways. So I guess like the closest I've come to this before is like Huette standing on a roof in Triangle Strategy and like firing her bow at people in the distance. And I mean, I can't not mention the fact that there are guns in Tactics Ogre Reborn and in FFT. Estadio exists. So the guns in FTRPG do exist. I think the main thing that this game kind of does with its range though is cover. And I don't know how I feel about cover actually. I think it's really fun to play. Is it my preferred style of gameplay? Probably not. Because I feel like to this day I still don't understand it. What the frick was going on? Oh yeah, that's true. Engage does have the DLC Mage Cannoneers. That is a good point. I hecking love those. I love range, actually. I'm a huge fan of range in a game. The thing that confused me was cover. So the way that cover works in XCOM is that there's either a half cover or like a full cover going on in various different squares, and you're supposed to block yourself by hiding behind the cover. It took me like, I think the first 3 or 4 streams to figure out that like units actually kind of like poke their heads out from behind the cover, like they kind of go like new and like look around the cover, so you can get seen despite hiding behind a wall that you shouldn't be seen from. And this all channels into the main mechanic of XCOM2, which in my opinion is line of sight. I want a version of XCOM2 where they just freaking show you the line of sight. That would be neat. The Fog of War is okay. I'm okay with the Fog of War. I hate it, but I'm okay with it. It's necessary for the game to be played. If there wasn't Fog of War, there's like I think one map that in XCOM2 that I've played that doesn't have Fog of War, and it was so much easier. Like, so I can see why they definitely have to include Fog of War in order to make the game actually gameplay viable. But if they could just show me the line of sight, that would be nice. The fact that they don't do that made it so confusing for me for quite a while. I think I did eventually kind of figure it out. Like, you can sort of figure out, okay, like, if I'm standing in this area, then like maybe the roof blocks me from view, and then the enemies can't see me, and that's fine. But yeah, I want to know these things. I don't want to have to guess. That said, I think I can give a point to XCOM 2 for the realism of it. I guess technically in an army you wouldn't really be able to see that, so GG, I guess. Fine. For that, I'm gonna give 2 sins. 2 sins for the existence. We're going harsh. I'm judging these fairly by my own opinions, by the way. Is it a good mechanic? Yes. Did I still dislike it? Yeah, I guess. Okay, there's a mod called Gotcha, which adds a ton of extra warnings on your movement. Stuff like enemy will detect you and you are in danger. So I think the problem is, if you start doing things like enemy will detect you for sure, there's like a fine line to walk here. I can't even fix this by just saying like remove the line of sight. Like that wouldn't fix this. There has to be an interesting way to allow people to kind of know that you would be seen by an enemy that is already within your line of sight, and to not know that. Okay, here's what I might do. So you know in the beginning, when you get like the in cover thing, it's only if you can see the enemies first. Yeah, so I think we should make the scanning beacon more useful. 1 for the interesting mechanic of cover, by the way, the 1 win count, and then 2 sin count for the existence of cover and the fact that it was inscrutable to me entirely. Yeah, it causes chaos. This is true. It does cause chaos. This is why it's a good mechanic. Is it like a mechanic that I enjoy? Not really. So I think what they should do is this. I think there were many circumstances in which I threw the scanning beacon out into the middle of the enemy, and I saw the existence of like 2 or 3 enemies. But even though you can see them on the map, and that means I know where they are, and I'm currently hidden from them because they haven't seen me yet, it does not tell me where on the map I can move, such that they cannot still see me. So I want them to do that. I think we need to buff the scanning beacon to fix this. This is my personal way of fixing what I think is kind of an issue, because otherwise I found myself often throwing a scanning beacon and then it's like, oh, there's the enemy. And I'm like, okay, I wonder how I can stay within sight of this enemy while still being able to reach them. And the answer is you can't. I think, yeah, the other thing that I might be missing is that I barely used Elena. So I didn't use any Reapers, and then I think with Rangers I pretty much always went for the damage build, so I might not have made full use of the like going back into cover mechanic. That's definitely on me. I'm sure there's like ways around this, but but this is how I would do it. I think scanning should be able to give you that information. So if they did that, it would be neat. That said, the alt button, so for me it was the alt button. I don't know what the actual button is, but the alt button was a freaking lifesaver for those who are who don't know what that is because maybe you have different keyboard shortcuts, etc. The alt button essentially just shows you what possible target visualizations you can see if you move to a specific square, and you can figure that out before moving to the square, which is freaking genius. I love it. Can we get more of that? Like, I want more of that. In fact, I get a whole new addition to the win count just for the freaking alt button key. That said, I also think I did not discover that on my own. I think somebody in chat had to tell me about that. So I ask all of you, how did you find that button? Like, where? Is it in the tutorial? Did I miss something? Man, playing a new type of game is great. I feel like I genuinely had no idea. The game also tells you, okay, I just missed it. That's on me too. As someone playing this game, it's in the tutorial. Was there a tutorial? I think I might have skipped the tutorial. That might have been me. There's a tutorial and I totally missed it, and I did not know that button existed. Once I found that button, I think it made it a little bit easier. So nice. I think one change I would make is just add that to the GUI. Like, there's a lot of buttons on the graphical user interface around here. We can throw one more on, it's fine. I feel like everything on the GUI I did see. I feel like this one isn't on the visible GUI. If it is, then it's definitely my bad, but I'm still adding a win because that button is a good one. The game does tell you about previews, it's not in the first tutorial. Okay, so it must be somewhere. I think for someone like me who does know enough about tactical RPGs to know that I want to know what square I'm moving to, the fact that I couldn't tell whether the square was dangerous was a definite downside. For those who have played Fire Emblem, it's like usually told to you right at the beginning of the game that nowadays, in modern Fire Emblem, you can press like the X button or something, I forgot which one, and the entire field will sort of light up purple, and everything that's in purple is a square that an enemy can reach. And this is something that doesn't make the game easier, it just makes it more like manageable. And I'm not a fan of things that add complexity without adding difficulty. So yeah, I would like to have known that about before. But the fact that it exists is a win, and I'm not giving it a sin because I think I just missed it. Yeah. Otherwise, I spoke about how I find cover both interesting and not really my favorite, but it's interesting. It's interesting, it's a good mechanic, it's just not my favorite. The last thing that I thought was really funny about the tactics is that moving through allies and attacking through allies is swapped. So in XCOM, you cannot move through allies, but you can attack through allies. In pretty much like everything else I've played, you can move through the space an ally's in, but you cannot attack through them. So for example, you can think of triangle strategy, where if one of your units, actually, does this even happen in Tri-Strat? I think in Tri-Strat, friendly fire is not allowed, right? Okay, you can definitely do this in like TOR or FFT. If you're shooting someone and somebody else is in the middle, they will get hit by your attack. So you've got to watch out. You have to make sure that you're not hitting somebody that you actually care about while you're trying to hit somebody else. And that added an interesting level of difficulty to the game that I did appreciate. Of course, usually that happens at range 2. So not too much to worry about. In XCOM, you can attack through enemies, and this actually threw me off at the beginning. I was like, oh wait, no, I can't put that guy in front of the other guy. He's gonna shoot him. And then no, it turns out people just duck, which is really funny. I was like, oh, neat, good to know. Yeah, Huette knows how to use arcs to shoot her arrows. So fun fact, I think in TOR there's 2 types of arrows. There's like there's bows and there's crossbows, right? I think crossbows go straight, they do shoot through people. Bows can go over people, so they don't shoot through people. And then guns definitely do, so Let's go. Heard that in EW? What's EW? But yeah, so I think in XCOM, the fact that the fact that you could shoot through allies is cool. The fact that you can't move through them, I find kind of concerning. Like, why? Why can't I move through my friend's space? I guess this kind of it boils down to the difference between the squares in XCOM and, enemy within XCOM 1. Oh, gotcha. Okay, interesting. That can happen, like you miss an enemy and hit an ally. Okay, in XCOM 2 that does not happen, I think. So even if you miss an enemy, you're not gonna hit your friend. That is cool though. That is interesting and weird and cool. Yeah, so the thing that makes the difference here with the movement speed, at least, not necessarily the attack speed, is that in Fire Emblem, you're supposed to imagine that a square that you're moving through is actually a significantly larger distance than it looks like on the map. And you can see this for sure if you go like 3 houses and then click into the map. You have like a whole squad of people usually, and your little unit is supposed to represent you moving around in like an area. So of course another unit can kind of thread the gaps in there and move past you, which makes sense to me. I don't think there's a problem with that. But in XCOM, I think each person kind of takes up about like, I don't know, 1 foot or 2 feet of space. So fair enough. Yeah, I'll take that. I guess it was weird to me that those 2 things were swapped. I don't think it's a win or a sin, to be honest. I'm gonna give it +1 win for that. Yeah, I'll be nice. It was a decent mechanic. It makes sense within the context of the game, where like Fire Emblem is like a grander scale war being represented by like smaller units essentially, and then XCOM seems to be like a person by person thing. Fair enough. I'll take it. All right. What else do I have on the tactics side? Anything I'm missing in tactics? Oh yeah, I didn't talk about damaging cover. I did write that here. Yeah, so getting used to what things could be shot through or like shot behind or blown up was also really new to me. Like I was like, okay, full cover behind this wall. Perfect. Let me stay here. And then like some rando just shoots out the entire wall and then everybody else can shoot my guy. I was like, good to know. All right. I think by the end of the game, I had developed a sort of intuition about like this item can be shot through, and then this item cannot be shot through, and this item can be blown up but not shot through, and then this item can be blown up, or wait, can't be blown up or shot through, and it's just indestructible. Yeah, okay, we're getting to that. So that's actually a different thing, and it's also my next topic. So I'm gonna give it 1 sin count for like the breakability of mechanics. Whoops, there. 1 sin count for the breakability of various different materials on the surface, before we switch on to our next topic, which is genre knowledge. Here I can finally go over why I have no clue there are many reasons why I have no clue what was going on in XCOM 2. And to be honest, by the end I did quite understand what was going on. I feel like I got it, eventually. But like, right at the beginning, not only is XCOM such a different tactical game from all the FTRPGs I've played, it's also really American. It's not even American. But like, it feels like an American action movie. I think if I had watched a single American action movie before playing this game, I might have genuinely been a little bit more equipped to play XCOM 2. And don't get me wrong, I did well in XCOM 2. I was doing fine. But like, so as an example, this is the thing that I think Mob was referencing earlier. Right at the beginning, I think I hid like 2 or 3 units behind a car. And then one of them flame torchers came up and they flamed the car. And then the whole car blew up. Nobody told me that would happen. It was hilarious though. So yeah, rip to all the chat members who died that day. But yeah, I didn't I wasn't aware that cars exploded when you light them on fire, which, like, I guess is something that happens in American action movies. I think they kind of warn you about some of the things too. I just didn't pick up on the hints because I have like -2 like actual genre knowledge. So apparently zombies are summoned by loud noises. I just don't know how physics works. Okay, but like a gas station was there, and we lit the gas station on fire and it didn't blow up. It's just the cars. It doesn't make sense. There was like a truck at some point, and the truck didn't blow up either. Actually, no, wait, I think the front of the truck did blow up. Never mind, I take that back. There was a gas station. The gas station did not blow up. Wait, there was a McDonald's. The McDonald's had like fryers and shit. I don't think that blew up either. It's just cars. Okay, so there's also like zombies that show up in various parts of the map because you can't get any more American than it depends on what blows up. I guess that's fair. there's like there's like zombies and there's like aliens, and then they don't like each other either, right? So you gotta kill them all, which was kind of neat, and very, very American action movie to me. But I think in the beginning, the commander warns you that zombies are summoned by loud noises, which, to be fair, I think I would have also known if I had played, or say if I had watched proper American action movies, but I didn't, and at least he warns you about this. But, but I think what he meant by that is that grenades can bring zombies to the field. And what I thought by that is like, oh, look at this nice little flavor text that explains why there are zombies on this map to begin with, because guns are loud is what I thought, you know, because like people wear silencers, right? Like when you use guns. So I thought, I was like, okay, yeah, like this is fine. I had to sin because the Lost AI is rigged. They actually hate you slightly more than XCOM. I mean, wait, do you mean they hate me more than the aliens? In general, I'm adding a sin for... like, okay, so this kind of hint was genuinely just as confusing to me as I believe Dodongo Dislikes Smoke must have been to the average English Zelda 1 player back in like 1986. Because I was like, oh, okay, like, yeah, zombies are summoned by loud noises, sure, but like guns are very loud, so I guess we're just summoning zombies all the time. And then at one point I throw a grenade into the horde of zombies, and like a good 20 more zombies showed up, and they actually just killed every other chat member on this. Yeah. That's exactly what I did, actually. Except without Julian, because it was at the beginning of the game. Yeah, so everybody on that map, I think, died. Yay! Good times. So they actually, to give you an example of this, this is the sort of thing that you usually accumulate by playing games of this category, or like watching games of this category. So for me, I've played a lot of fantasy RPGs, and one time I was watching my friend Ari play Fire Emblem Three Houses for the first time, and she hadn't played one in a really long time or something. So when I look at a fantasy RPG map, I see a flying unit, I go like, they're probably weak to arrows. I see an armored guy and I go, okay, they're probably weak to like magic, right? Like if I see a guy that's like riding a horse, I'm like, okay, I bet there's like some kind of like Lance Reaver or something I can pull out that will do extra effective damage to this cavalier. But like in this sort of game, I have no clue. And I can see how people who start playing FTRPGs for the first time would be confused by all these fantasy mechanics, even though it's got some level of like physical reality to it, right? Like obviously arrows are strong against flying units because you can like shoot them in the sky, but this wouldn't necessarily make any sense unless you've like played enough of these games. Same thing with like magic versus armor, right? Like you wouldn't necessarily think immediately like, oh, okay, yeah, of course, like magic is strong against armor people because they're gonna like roast in their armor, but in return the armor people have like super high physical defense. Like this wouldn't necessarily occur to people, but you kind of pick it up by playing the first few levels of things. That said, I think fantasy TRPGs don't assume that people know this shit, so instead they tell you. Like usually there's gonna be some type of a like immediate tutorial where they like make you aware of all this stuff through like the first few levels. And I like that. I think it's kind of cool. I wish they had done a little bit more of that here, but I think they did and it just went straight over my head. No, they don't. There's actually a sign in most modern... So once again, I'm comparing modern Fire Emblem games, modern TRPGs. Okay, yeah, FE6 is unfortunately the older ones. FE7 is maybe the first game where they start telling you this stuff. After that, I think they pretty much do always inform you when someone has critical effectiveness. There's like a little thing over the map icon that goes like, here, it starts here. Actually, fun fact, when was XCOM2 created? When? I should probably have like a good timeline. But the thing is, like, FFT tells you this, I think. I'm pretty sure FFT tells you this. I could be wrong though, because I played FFT with all the genre knowledge I needed. I didn't need to know this stuff. XCOM2 release date. Let's look it up real quick. 2016. Okay, that's... Really? Wait, that's really recent. Okay, never mind. I take it back. Yeah. Okay, this has definitely been a thing in Fire Emblem since before this. So I'm adding one sin. I am adding one sin for the lack of genre knowledge that I was missing. Like, it's not even... Yes, Zero Them, that's exactly what I was going to make as my final point. So fantasy tactical RPGs tell you this because they don't expect you to know it, which makes sense. XCOM2 either expects you to have genre knowledge, or, this is the second thing, just run around, try things, fail often, and then reload the save, having learned your lesson. Or just play the game more than once. So fantasy RPGs kind of like assume that the player is unfamiliar with the genre. XCOM2 just goes, yeah, you're probably either gonna know it, or you can figure it out and then you can go back to your save. And I think that's kind of fine, yeah. Like, it's fine to have a game that is learned by doing. I think, though, in general, is it my favorite type of game? Not really. I would prefer if they just tell me things, because I don't want to have to, like, go through the sort of, let's blow up the thing, and then everybody dies, and it's like, okay, now I have to, like, rewind or replay the whole map. It feels like more of a waste of time to me. If they had given me that warning beforehand, then I would have known. They don't make you remember the weapon triangle every time you want to attack. Hey, modern games do actually tell you this, I will say. No, the weapon triangle is also based on physics. Hold on, I'm defending my fantasy friends. I'm defending the fantasy. So the reason why swords are strong against, okay, so it goes, by the way, the easy way to remember the weapon triangle is just salsa. It's just S over A over L over S over A. So if you want, that's your that's your, now you are equipped. Now you two are equipped to play a Fire Emblem game. Just remember salsa. But yeah, swords are strong against axes because axes have pretty slow range and swords are a lot faster. You can essentially get into an axe wielder's guard. Axes are strong against lances because lances thrive off of their super long range, and axes can cut down the lances pretty easily. And then vice versa on, what am I missing? Swords and axes, lances. Yeah, and the lances are strong against swords because swords are too short of a range, and they're also not really strong enough to get down on the lances, so lances can pierce through a sword user's guard. So that's how the salsa works. Spears all because swords were usually a sidearm. There's some strategy to it. They'd have to be somewhat equalized, so I'll give it that. Speaking of different types of swords, this brings me to, still in the genre knowledge category, guns. Yeah, I'm adding another sin just for, like, I waited so many freaking guns. Every time they told me I unlocked a new gun, I'd be like, okay, now who can use this gun? And this is on me. This is definitely on me, okay? Like, I think a normal person playing this game would probably have been able to figure out what was going on, but I was not able to because I could not, for the life of me, keep all these guns straight in my head. Like, just give me different forms of katanas, please. When the assassin died and dropped their katana, I was like, yo, let's go! A thing that I recognize. And then every time I unlocked like a blade, which was not very frequent to be honest, I'd be like, yes, it's a blade! This can only be used by one type of unit. But yeah, so every time there was like this like heavy weapons, and then is that like the thing that shoots the grenades, or is that like the thing that grenadiers use to shoot bullets? Both are definitely different. To be fair, I think TOR also had this problem. That's on me, yeah. There's literally a class upgrade on the weapon upgrade. Is there? I always miss that. I could not keep them straight. Yeah, I think at some point, hold on, wait, I think Mob, you've also gotten confused by this at one point or the other. Like, you and I were debating this at some point, I think. we were in a level and it said like something, yeah. I think it's a minor sin. It's a minor sin of the game, but it's still a sin. I'm putting it in there. That said, one win count for the thing that we discussed a little bit earlier, the fact that XCOM either expects you to have genre knowledge or just makes you like run around and try things and fail, and that is a valid gameplay style. It's fine. It's weapon name, weapon upgrade. Yeah, sometimes, and then sometimes it isn't. Sometimes heavy weapon means something different, I feel like. I could have gotten it wrong. Anyways, moving on to the next bit. Okay, yeah, I can discuss RNG for a little bit. Got confused because you thought grenade launchers had a tier 3. Oh, did they not? Oh, that's unfortunate. Okay, yeah, fair enough. Oh yeah, that's what it was, I think since you've played the game a few times, you definitely know more of it than I do. I don't freaking know what's going on. Usual topic, don't know what's going on. Which leads us to the next topic. Speaking of knowing things. RNG. Okay, alright. So you guys know, yet again, my opinion. I'm the sort of person who enjoys making a convoluted plan and then carrying it out. So you will see me do this. If you haven't watched the XCOM2 playthrough yet, you should go check it out. And if you have watched it, then you definitely remember a few instances in which I've done this sort of thing. This is something that kind of gets, like, when you have to deal with the RNG of XCOM2, a wrench gets thrown into your plans every time you try to execute something and it fails due to like a low RNG count. And that's completely valid yet again as a gameplay style. XCOM2 is definitely one of the games that I would say it does like adapt over planning. So essentially, there's like, I want to say like maybe like 70% of the TRPGs I've played are like more adaptation based, and then like a few of them are planning based. And the difference between those is essentially just how much RNG affects your specific turn. So in XCOM, I would say like it goes pretty far into the adapt corner. We love failing our 95% chances, yeah, kinda true. Okay, so I think the thing about XCOM is that a lot of the percentages kind of rank in the middle, and unlike in FE, there's no 2 RNG, so you kind of have to like struggle and fail. Old FE technically had the same problem. I think TOR also kind of had the same problem, but it's not really a problem. What it means is that whenever you make like a series of plans, so let's say you say like, okay, I'm gonna move this person here, and then that person there, and then that other person there, and then this, and then all of those are gonna combo together and allow me to kill someone. That's my favorite type of gameplay, and Triangle Strategy really does that well. Engage really does that well, where you can set up like really complex plans and have them come to fruition. I think it's less so here. But yeah, I can remember a few instances in which I was able to get like a really fun plan to work. I think at the end of the defense map, where you have to like defend your spaceship area thing, I forgot what it's called. Yeah, that bit was really fun. I think that we were left at like a point where a bunch of the enemy was all coming at me at the same time, and I had like my usual 6 units on the map plus 1 extra because they give you 1 after some time. So usually you're supposed to get all your units back to the base and then like leave. But I had essentially like half a turn to get that to happen, and I used this insane complex series of like dancing and removing to get to get everybody back onto the base at the exact same point, only to learn that you also needed exactly 1 extra free action to be able to actually lift off on the ship. So I still had to wait out till the next turn. It was great. It was a good time. That said, I will say that I prefer things where I can do that more consistently. You'll see like a lot of this interesting complex planning in like Engage, for example, or in Tri-Strat, or even in Final Fantasy Tactics. I think War of the Lions does allow you to do this despite being like a more overall RNG-based game. So I'm going to give it a sin count just for that, but I'll give it a win count instead because adaptability is also kind of fun. Late game XCOM is better at planning, while early game XCOM is just good luck. Yes, so that's what I kind of mean by like the unbalancedness of this. Essentially, games that are very RNG based thrive off of that like adaptability. Like you never know what's gonna happen, so you kind of have to mess with everything and see what happens. And I'm not too much of a fan of that. I think it also kind of ties into the thing that happens in a lot of these RNG based games, where there's so much customizability that sometimes the game gets a little bit too hard at the beginning in order to get a little bit too easy at the end. I feel like that did happen with XCOM, so you'll notice my death counts just get like drop off significantly at a very specific point in the game, but I think that might have also been because of the Chosen. We'll get to that later. So point here and point here. Hard agree, having better guns, armor, and medkits make things much less risky. Yes, I will also say that the HP matters quite a bit. So in the beginning of the game, you essentially get 1 shot and you die. Near the end of the game, you can get shot like multiple times and you're kind of still fine. I don't think I'm too much of a fan of that, I guess, like imbalancedness of it. I like it when the difficulty is about the same in the beginning and end of the game. It should even maybe get a little bit harder towards endgame, and yet again I will say that Engage is better at that, Tri-Strat is better at that, so eh. Yes, this is exactly true, Hackster. That pattern of difficulty is common in anything that has a lot of agency or power, or as I said, customizability, essentially. So I'm giving it a sin for that. Like, I have to give it a win and a sin. Like, win count for extra customizability, sin count because that customizability just leads to a lot of, like... makes real... Yeah, I mean, suddenly people stopped dying gloriously. Like, the only way I added new units to my army was by just making new units. Like I just started using new units instead of using my already powerful units who were perfectly fine actually. I just wanted to like let new chat members join the army, so I went ahead and like made new people. And that's fine. I think it's not a problem. I think some people actually really enjoy that. There are definitely people who specifically go to RPGs, especially tactical RPGs, to have the fun of like blasting through the enemy. Tactics Ogre Reborn actually got like an insane amount of like I guess feedback hating the fact that they had level capped their army. And this is because a lot of people like to play TOR presumably and then just level up to the point where like you can steamroll everyone, and I'm not that type of person. I enjoy the opposite. I like having super underleveled units and then trying to like figure out a way through a scenario that's just barely solvable. So I think games like TriStat are more about that. Games like this are less about that, significantly so. In fact, XCOM I think also has another thing going for it. So we've talked about like customizability and like the fact that the difficulty of the game changes over time based on it. But there's also another thing that you can judge tactical RPGs by, and it's essentially whether it's enemy phase based or player phase based. And I think XCOM is like pretty much the most player phase based thing that I've like ever played. There's a significant amount of player phaseness in XCOM, and only one enemy phase in like, because I'm thinking of like pretty much everything you can do on enemy phase, and the only thing that's useful is Blade Storm. Is there anything else that even activates on enemy phase? I'm trying to think. I do not think so. Pretty much everything else is just you take damage. So, and that's once again is not a problem. Definitely not a problem. Overwatch. So technically, I think Overwatch is actually extremely limited. This is true. I will get to Overwatch. I will definitely get to Overwatch, but I'm actually not going to count it as enemy phase because it's essentially just one move. I guess it gets more powerful by the end, actually. You know what? No. You guys are right. You guys are right. I'm changing my mind on that one. Yeah. You have two things. You can Overwatch at the risk of getting yourself harmed. And you can also do Blade Storm, which is essentially perfectly safe and does not have a problem. The problem with Overwatch is its risk. And it's limited in number. So essentially, if you use Overwatch on a character, especially near the beginning of the game, it gets better the more you know how the game works. I think it's actually more further you are in the game, the better it gets, right? Because Overwatch is a significant risk at the beginning of the game, where when you get shot, you essentially die. And then like by the end, it's like, yeah, okay, like they'll probably miss and I'll probably hit, so it's okay. But I feel like at the beginning of the game, I was still using Overwatch, don't get me wrong. And that first turn where you still have like in cover and you can do the whole like ambush thing, that's really cool. I definitely do like that. Just don't get shot. I guess that's the other thing, yeah. Presumably there are more ways to like not get shot. This is... I'm not sure what other ways to not get shot are. I think I dealt with the randomness of XCOM2 by making everything as player phase as possible. And this is actually the opposite of Fire Emblem in its entirety. Because a lot of Fire Emblem... Okay, so there are some Fire Emblem games that I would say are player phase first. But most Fire Emblem games, you're pretty much always encouraged to like turtle and defend. And I think actually in this case, both ends are bad. It's important to have a balance between those two. You don't want to be forced to turtle for the entire game, but you don't want to be like forced to run into the enemy headfirst and not even think of a plan either. So games try to usually balance this. The more you know about how XCOM works, the better Overwatch becomes. Yeah, it's probably true. I think maybe the more you know about it, or like the further you are in the game, the more I knew about it, so then like the more I was able to use it efficiently. I think at the beginning of the game, because I didn't even know what line of sight was, I was like, what the frick is going on? How come this guy just like showed up out of nowhere and then got shot? Like what? Yeah, I think by the end I was using Overwatch significantly, so I'll give that some points. Blade Storm is obviously the best skill in the game. Like I'm gonna be ranking skills later, and don't you worry, we're getting there. But yeah, so I think the fact that it's very RNG focused, and the fact that you take so much damage by getting hit, essentially like one hit at the beginning of the game is equivalent to your like entire HP bar, so you just die, makes it very player phase to me. Which means it's essentially like a more exaggerated version of FFT in that way. I think FFT is previously the most player phased game I'd played so far, where you're really just, you're encouraged to like run forward and attack, but not in a bad way. I will say Tactics Ogre Reborn is also player phase first, but only because of the cards, which I found unfun. In FFT, it's more about like, okay, like go forward, attack, get the enemy down. In TOR, it's essentially just like get the card before the enemy does, except the cards are also random, so you never know where they'll show up. And if you don't get them, then you're essentially screwed. So meh on that front. FFT does it well. XCOM also, I would say, does it well. It is extremely player-phased, and I don't like the fact that it is not balanced in that side, but it wasn't player-phased in a really, really bad way, so I'm still giving it a sin, I think. Sin for too much player phase. I might actually throw on another 2 wins, maybe, even. For the fact that, like, they did actually add a specific enemy phase mechanic in Overwatch. I didn't consider that. Yeah, okay. Overwatch, it's good. Bladestorm exists, at least. I'll give it an extra 1. But yeah, I think both ends of the scale here are bad. Like, you don't want to be, like, perfectly player phased, you don't want to be perfectly enemy phased. And I think it's no coincidence that the newest games are the best at striking this balance. So Triangle Strategy does a really good job with this, in my opinion. So does Fire Emblem Engage, actually, really. It forces you to switch up your strategies, and then, like, you have a balance between rushing in and then also baiting the enemy to you. So I do like that. Sometimes the AI is very predictable, so sometimes you just know you aren't getting shot because of the enemy composition. That's another thing. Yeah, so because I don't know anything about the enemies while going into this game for the first time, I had a lot of fun going like, wait, why didn't he just kill me there? What's going on? Overwatch 2 is good, my first sentence. No, we're not talking about the game, actually. We're talking about a skill, but also welcome. No, I promise. I promise it's Overwatch. Overwatch the skill, not Overwatch the game. But yeah, so to end off the RNG and I guess also player phase versus non-player phase tactics section, yeah, I mean, yeah, it's very unlike most of the other TRPGs I've played. So I'll give that like a plus, a mini plus. Okay, on to the next one. What other things are we gonna discuss today? Yo, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the infantry. You're just a little bit too late to die gloriously in battle, but hey, at least you're here for the review. This is the fun part, welcome. Always glad to have people stop by live, and yet again, I do want to repeat the thing that I say at the beginning of every live review. Please do feel free to throw your opinions into chat. That's why I do these live. I really want to see what other people have to say. I myself I could call myself something of an expert at TRPGs, but definitely not something like XCOM2. I have not played a game like this before. I really enjoyed it. It was a lot of fun. Okay, switching topics. I can't call this story. I can call it plot. No, it's not plot. We're gonna talk about the actual plot later. I just want to talk about. Let's go timeline. Let's call it a timeline. Okay, so what is going on here? Good question. So I'm doing a live review for the game XCOM2. It's really good. I'm not actually playing the game. If you wanted to see playing of the game, check out the rest of the playthrough. Today is literally just me going over the retrospective of the game. We're talking about what was good about it, what was bad about it, etc., etc. Okay, would be a better game if Central's character model was like 5'4". Wait, that's so specific. I love that. Okay, strats. So the game seems to not function in the same way as other games I've played as well. I do believe that the entire purpose of this game is to beat all the aliens before the little timer at the top of the screen gets to, like, the complete section, right? But then, like, I guess the main problem with that is that I have no idea how that is supposed to work. I think at the beginning, I was confused as to how I'm supposed to know how fast I'm going. And I think this is another thing where XCOM kind of just expects you to, like, play it and find out. In my opinion, XCOM2 is the game that is extremely, extremely fun to play multiple times. But I think for a first-time playthrough, for someone like me who enjoys playing things once and then, like, understanding them, it was a lot more difficult to figure out, like, should I be doing this? Should I be, like, going into this battle? Should I, like, wait and, like, get more guns or something? Like, should I do research? Like, I don't know. The base building aspect and the little counter at the top of the screen were interestingly confusing to me. I did enjoy figuring them out, and I feel like I figured them out to some extent by the end of it, but definitely not to the extent that I think I would if I played the game again. I almost got to the Armageddon bit at one point, I remember that. I think I was one day away from it, maybe? And then after the Chosen died, it was a complete non-issue for the rest of the game. So I'm actually kind of curious, if you played this game without the Chosen, what would happen? Yeah, apparently my research was really late, and I just didn't notice. To be honest, I enjoy having, like, underpowered units, so it's not really too much of a problem, to be honest. Like, I like that. But yeah, apparently I was supposed to have, like, gotten tier 3 weapons a lot earlier than I did, which means I may have been doing a good number of battles without the weaponry that I should have had, but hey, I had fun. Either way, sin count. Throw on a sin. What's with that timeline? And why did it become so useless after the Chosen showed up? Or, sorry, after the Chosen died? I feel like the Chosen were really the ones just adding counterpoints in there. Or maybe I just suddenly managed to stop it? I don't know. It just got really slow after the Chosen died, and then I never paid attention to it, and I just did whatever I wanted. In short, I think the main conclusion here is XCOM 2 was definitely made to be replayed, like over and over again in different ways with different skills and strategies, and I think that's very cool, but I will be judging this game just based on playing it once, and yeah, I was really confused. Oh gosh. I kind of vaguely understand what was going on there, but they're supposed to die kind of late in the game. Did I kill them too early? Is that what I did? Was it that after the Chosen died, you could use your missions to lower the Avatar project meter? Could you not do that before? I played really slow and had to rush the Chosen. Oh, that sounds right. Okay. Yeah, that sounds right. Sounds about right. I think the main problem for me is, like, if the game gives me a choice between, like, making better guns or, like, I don't know, beating another map or something. Oh, okay, so you're supposed to be... I guess I was never sure what I was supposed to be doing. I think this game is extremely customizable, which I think a lot of people like. I personally want the game to just... Like, I like the tactics bit. I'm not too into the whole base building bit. So, like, I was like, yeah, just tell me what battles to play, come on. But yeah, I think to someone who enjoys base building, I'm sure it was a very fun base building game. So I'll give it another win count there. But I am giving it another win count for, like, wait, I don't even understand to now. Like, okay, there were missions, and I remember that. You could, like, beat the missions, and then they lowered the Avatar project meter. But I feel like the main thing I did to lower missions was just, like, something would pop up on your map, and it would be like, beat this thing now, or else you will get an extra point on your meter, and you will die, or something. Yeah, I think that was it. Add a sin count for not telling you about the GTS. What is the GTS? What is that? Guerrilla Training System. Grand Tactical Strategy. I don't know. I should know this. I should know this. I literally finished the game. I have no clue. There's too many things going on. The place where you... Oh, yeah! Yeah, good point. While we're talking about the base building, yeah, frick that. Guerrilla Tactics School. Oh, I was close. I was actually close. Let's go. Another sin point for, like, wait, yeah, like every TRPG player knows the number of units you can bring into your team is massively important. For any tactical RPG, you really just want to have as many units on the field as possible. And the fact that it's, like, hidden somewhere in a random base, I think I asked chat, I was like, chat, listen, like, I don't care too much about the base building. What building should I build first? And then chat told me, and I was like, okay, so I built it. Like, and then later chat is like, okay, so actually it turns out that all your power stations are at the bottom of the map, and that's bad because you won't have power. And I was like, ah, shit. I think eventually I was stuck in a loop, I remember this. I needed to contact more resistance members to be able to, I don't know, do something. To even progress the story, I think. I needed to contact more resistance members to progress the story, or like a new resistance region to progress the story or something. And then, in order to get new resistance members, I needed a new resistance contact space in my base building area. But then to get that, I needed more power. And to get more power, I needed a new region cleared. But I couldn't clear the region in time because none of the power station regions were, like, accessible to me. Is that normal playthrough stuff? Like, are the power stations supposed to be at the bottom of the field and you, like, work your way towards them? Or did I just get really unlucky? I'm not sure. But either way, I did not understand it. So yeah, adding one to, like, what was with that power... What was with that power station configuration? I have no clue. But eventually we broke our way out of it. I think that might have been what slowed me down too, actually. I think I spent a lot of time trying to figure that out. Oh, I got unlucky? Oh. Damn. You mean one of the power stations was supposed to be within reach? Damn, no. That's unfortunate. Also, to be honest, I don't know if it would have even occurred to me, unless chat told me, to build my power station on top of a power coil for more benefits. Like, I think I would have just thought, like, oh, this power coil place, maybe whatever building I build here will, like, use less power or something. I would not have thought that there was any connection between the power coil building and the power coil area. I would have thought, like, maybe even the opposite, like, you don't want to build your power coil building on top of that. If it tells you to do that, then yeah, that's fair. I missed it. Or I saw it and I no longer remember it. Also very possible. I have no clue. Not sure. He said so many things at the beginning. I think that was another thing. There's so much terminology here that I think I would have remembered more if I knew more about the genre in general. So for example, imagine me rattling off a list of instructions to you about like Fire Emblem classes. Like I could say like, okay, Myrmidons are fast, and like Wyvern Knights are usually either weak to lightning or like the best unit in the game, and like something, and I could just go through like a whole list of them. And if you had played Fire Emblem before, you might have had like, oh, okay, like, yeah, that makes sense. I can remember that. Yeah, sounds good. But to me, I was like, what is the power station? What is the tactics school? What do I do at the tactics school? And even remembering what all of those were enough to remember the advice given was like actually quite difficult. Oh gosh. I think it also definitely wasn't helped by the fact that I was playing XCOM over the course of like an entire year stretched out between other games. I think if I had binged this game, I definitely would have remembered more of this stuff together. So that bit's on me for sure. Still, I can only judge the game by my experiences of it for this one at least. So I will give you an extra sin on that fine XCOM. But yeah, all of that considering, we were just talking about The Chosen. So let's switch over to that, because I do believe I have some words to say about The Chosen. And funnily enough, most of them are positives. I think I can't imagine this game without The Chosen. Like, how would the game even work without The Chosen? I genuinely don't know. I'm gonna go ahead and add one extra win count for each of the Chosen that we fought, because all of them were so freaking fun to play against. Like the assassin, and the very specific like playstyle that they had. She, he, they. And like the hunter with like the sniping from a distance, and the warlock with his shitty warlock tactics and then breaking my game with the bugs. Yeah, 3 whole win count there. You don't have Chosen and you don't have Resistance factions. Wait, what does that mean? I had Chosen. There were many Chosen. We killed them. We killed every last one of them. But yeah, no, so yeah, it was a good time. I really enjoyed the Chosen maps as well. I thought they were a huge blast. I think I played the Assassin one without like the research that I may have needed at that point. I think my weapons and units were a little bit underpowered by the time I got to the Assassin map, which was actually kind of really fun to me. Like, it took a really long time, but maps like that are really what I enjoy, where you have a super underpowered group of units and you really need to figure out how to make this thing work. If you don't have the Chosen DLC, you don't also get Reapers, Skirmishers, and Templars. Oh, I didn't know that. Wait, Reapers and Skirmishers and Templars are not part of the main game? What the freak was in the main game then? Okay, interesting. I actually did not know that. Another win for that then. War of the Chosen is kind of actually like massive contributor to the win count. I'm very glad that chat told me to buy this specific version of the game, because I think I enjoy the Chosen parts, and wow, I didn't know that. The Templars were fun. Damn. Okay, yeah, the Templars were actually quite fun. I will admit I didn't like the Reapers. Skirmishers are okay. I think I just rescued Praetal Mox a little bit too late in the game to make it useful. I forgot about him. I think I left him there for a long time. Extra one for that though, did not know that. Also, yeah, the entire Chosen is great. Reason why War of the Chosen is considered a different game in the launcher. Yeah, okay, also fair. And that's good. I really, really enjoyed it, yeah. I can't imagine the game without it. Fun fact, I did actually, so my only experience with XCOM2 before this was one of my friends was playing a random map, and I was like, oh, it's a tactical RPG, okay. So I like sat with them. This was like a good like 6 or 7 years before or something, like it was a while ago. But I played one map and it had the assassin in it. It wasn't the assassin map, it was just like a random undercover map with the assassin. And I was like, okay, sure. So I remember being actually kind of excited by the Chosen there, so it was one of the reasons why I went, okay, I'll buy the Chosen DLC, it makes sense to me, and I'm glad I did. The assassin boss map was brutal, the assassin weapons are cracked. I think the game was trivialized after I got the assassin weapons. I struggled real hard on the assassin map because I got to it with such minimal weaponry, and then when I got the assassin weapon, I'm like, this is perfect. This is brilliant. You mean you're gonna give me swords? Hell yeah. Let's go. I'm gonna turn this game into Fire Emblem. Yeah, the sword is great, the katana is great, the Reaper skill that allows you to like attack multiple people at once, or sorry, what is it called? The Ranger skill that allows you to attack multiple enemies in the same turn is freaking amazing. Gale Force ++, I love it. Apparently, yeah, I was supposed to research the level 3 weapons faster and then fight the Chosen with them. Whoops. I think I did that on like level 2 or level 1 weapons. I'm sad that the Chosen died. I want to be their friend. Can we bring them back? Can I do that? Can I befriend the Warlock and like stop him from freaking murdering me? That would be nice. Gosh. Okay, I talked about the base building already, which leads me to my final category before we get into rating things, which is you guys are gonna love this. Oh gosh, heckin' bugs, bugs. I have a whole category for this. I need to. I must make it clear. I think. Oh wait, yeah. While talking about the Chosen, want to mention the alien rulers who are like bosses like the Chosen, but they actually get extra phases whenever you act. Oh, that's kind of cool. Yeah, I'm sad that I missed out on some other DLC. Clearly. Okay. Anyways, back to the bugs. This game has more bugs than any other game I've ever played. This game may have more bugs than every other game I've played combined. I genuinely might be true. Here are a list of bugs that I remember. Okay, yeah, first bug. The Alien Rulers DLC apparently glitched on me, and I just did not get to play an entire map, maybe. I wouldn't know because I've never played the game before, and I wouldn't know what maps were there. After I killed the Warlock on this is the one Joe Generic is talking about. After I killed the Warlock on a specific map that also included an NPC, the game simply would not let me progress to the next turn. Like, it genuinely just stopped working. The Warlock was dead, he was gone. The game did not let me move to the next turn. So I had to reload the stream, I had to reload the game. I tried, like, doing weird things in the developer's mode. Eventually, I had to hack the game and just force me to win the battle, because I'd already finished, I killed the Warlock. It just didn't let me end the game. Oh yeah, okay. At one point, two of the enemies and one of my units randomly warped upward like about 10 squares. I think Mob was that unit, this is true. They started floating over the rest of the map. Mob got to fly once. At one point, I think I went to throw a grenade. I saw the AoE graphic of a grenade being thrown. I pressed the throw button, and somehow they used the flamethrower. And then, oh yeah, okay, sometimes my army list bugged out and told me that every single unit in my army was only friends with Baron McChicken. Oh yeah, and then remember when the Avatar, so I was fighting the Avatar for the first time, and he stopped warping. He just started staring menacingly at me instead for an entire round. Yeah, there were a lot of bugs. It got to the point where, like, at some points I would start playing the game, and something would happen, and I would be like, guys, chat, is this a bug? Is this a bug or is this intended behavior? I have no clue. It was a blast eventually, but yeah, I'm freaking... How many bugs did I list there? I'm adding one sin for every bug. What's... How many... Wait, hold on. There was a lot, wasn't there? There was like at least 5, wasn't it? Sometimes enemies die and they don't just yeah, I think at some point an enemy died and he like super ragdolled. He freaking like yeeted off the stage. It was great. Yo, Juan, how's it going? We're currently reviewing XCOM. They just stay there dead, but their corpse doesn't fall. Oh yeah, didn't that happen with like the heavy mech guy? Yeah, he was just standing there menacingly. That happened. That happened a few times. I'm adding 5 sins for that anyways. There's so many bugs. Fun fact, before I could open up the game every stream, instead of being able to open it from like the overall like laptop menu as usual, like I have a desktop shortcut, but I couldn't use that because in order to actually open the game, I had to turn on my developer mode, ignore all bugs on the main screen type of thing. This is the recommended method for stopping the red screen errors from flashing. Like I looked it up. I was like, there are red screen errors. Shouldn't I fix those? And everybody's like, no, just disable the screen that shows you the red screen errors. So I went ahead. Yeah, I went ahead and like decided to, okay, yeah. So a lot of people who play the game presumably don't play on Iron Man mode, but instead just hold themselves to an honor system. That's entirely fair. I did something kind of similar to that. I think for the beginning of the game where it was more difficult and I didn't know the rules, I didn't play Iron Man and just allowed myself to go back. For the mid-game, I believe I rolled a D2 every time somebody died, and then if someone died, if the D2 said yes, then we would go back in time and save them. If the D2 said no, we would let them die and we would continue. And then the fanbase straight up made their own launcher for modding. That sounds about right. Oh boy. Yeah, and then I think, okay, well, so, and then by the end, it didn't matter anymore, and I was essentially just playing on Iron Man mode because the game got too easy. But yeah, I think it's not incredibly balanced on that front, but we've already talked about it in the balance. I think I can see why the bugs could definitely lead to some misconceptions along that front as well, so that makes sense to me. I find it completely fair. Okay, now that that's done, So that is technically my last point to make in terms of overall strategy, which gives us just enough time to move into classes. So let me talk about classes, let me talk about skills, let me talk about enemies. Let's start off with classes because I have the thing open here, and there's not too many classes, so it's pretty easy to kind of go through them. Hold on. Oh, is it an ad break? Okay, perfect timing actually, because we're moving to a different category right now. So give me a second, let me just do this. And then if anyone is watching this on, for the people who are watching on YouTube, hello, skip forward maybe like a minute or two. We're gonna wait like a minute. I don't want people to have to suffer through the ad breaks here. Actually, if you're watching this on YouTube, I've probably already edited out this part. So chat, if you have anything to say that you don't want to be in the YouTube video, now's your chance. Also, I get to go back and read chat. I've been talking so much I couldn't do it. Hold on. Yo, folks. Hello, people. Wait, I can't scroll up far enough. Goddamn, this is unfortunate. Hey. Okay, so apparently I lost a map, the upgrade progression on the special alien rulers' weapons, the alien rulers themselves, and their drops. That's unfortunate. It's quite a lot. Damn. Okay, ad ends 44 seconds? Yeah, okay, we got a few more seconds. What else did I miss? Ah. Skirmishers get a turn with a certain perk? Oh. I didn't know that. It's kind of neat. Okay. Scrolled back down. Add secret lol. Good luck. I believe in your echo and silent art. I wish I had more time to work on the next chapter of Wisdomers. I've had no time recently. Okay, ad break ends in 2 seconds. Ends in 1 second. We're done! Okay, back to stream. Cool, let's get into classes. So, how many classes are there in this game? There's 4 main classes. There's Julian, he's his own class. And then there's like the 3 DLC classes, right? Is that it? Am I missing anything? That's basically it, right? Yeah. I'm actually gonna add another win, funnily enough. You would not think that I would like this. But I'm gonna definitely add another win for just the existence of like 4 solid classes and you can switch between them. Like, I actually dislike it when games tend to overcomplicate their class structure. I prefer there to be like a very small number of really tightly defined, well-made classes. And if there's some controllability along the way, that's fine. It doesn't have to have it. Oh, I forgot Psychics. Yes, I forgot about that. 4 DLCs. Right, because Julian is also a DLC class. Yeah, good point. Okay, so out of the 4 main classes... Oh, actually, another win count for the existence of a sword class. Hell yeah. Ranger's best. And then freaking like 3 entire win points for the existence of Julian. Oh, and then another for Psychics, actually. Psychic units were insane. Which should tell you what my ranking of them is going to be, okay? So like top units, obviously. Best unit in the game, Hecking Julian. I love me some robots. Give me that decimal or that construct 8. All the robot classes are always my favorites. Julian was no exception. I like the fact that he's got like a sort of heavy armor build. I like that he can provide cover for other units. As someone who wasn't too familiar with whether or not things could provide cover, Julian's existence was really cool for me. Loved that. Rangers, shotgun gets more damage and more crits the closer you get to the enemy, which means run and gun is actually broken. Oh, interesting. But like swords though. Why would I not use the sword if I have a sword? Okay, psychic units are definitely the second best, so I think Julian at the top, then all psychic units. They just have way too much utility. There's kind of nothing that any unit can do other than psychic units that's better, other than maybe rangers, which I would put on the same tier as psychics. So Julian, then rangers and psychics. Then I liked grenadiers a bit, but I think they're significantly limited by the fact that you only have essentially like 2 grenade slots. I think if I had figured out how to upgrade the weapons, or wait, there's like armor things that I was wearing by the end that had like extra capabilities, like the heavy flamethrower thing. Yeah, that. Is there some way to like upgrade that so it has more armor slots? I guess not. I don't know. If there was, then I would have liked grenadiers a little bit more. I'm always a huge fan of AoE damage, but as is, I feel like grenadiers just, you have 2 grenades to shoot. That said, they do get the, what is it called, like holo targeting skill, which actually makes them kind of useful. Specialists, maybe least favorite class, just healers are fine, they're doing their own thing. in the main classes, like it's at the bottom of that tier. And then Sharpshooter's really, really good. I would put them slightly below Rangers just in terms of like how I prefer the playstyle. Grenadiers get like 3 grenades max. Yeah, exactly. And if you're using like an upgraded armor suit, then you essentially only get 2 grenades, which kind of sucks. So like, eh. Not as good for longer maps, and anything that is important and difficult will be a longer map by default. Yeah, Sharpshooter's near the top of that list. So I think it's at this point it goes like Julian, then Psychics and Rangers, then in order Snipers, then Grenadiers, then Specialists maybe. I think I didn't get very much use out of the hacking skill. Presumably if I had known that it would be important beforehand, I would have like increased a unit's hacking ability to the point where they would have been useful, but as is, I did not do that. And so I didn't really have any useful hack percentages for like the entire game, which I guess is fine. It's not great, but it's fine. I'll take what I can get, you know what I mean? What else? There's then the DLC classes, which I think were actually all kind of at the bottom. I didn't really like, so Templars were good actually. Maybe I would put Templars above like Grenadiers and Specialists. But other than that, I will say I didn't really like the Reapers at all. Maybe I didn't use them right, but I didn't feel like they were any fun. And then, yeah, the Skirmisher, I just didn't get to use Praetor Mox very much because I rescued him a little bit too late. That's kind of on me. But still, win count for the existence of so many fun classes that I did enjoy using, and there are a lot of useful skills to go with those classes as well, which brings me to the skills tier list. Let's hecking rate some skills. So let me pull that up real fast. Here we go, and here we go. Skills, which rating, prop. There we go. And then let me make sure I remember to switch the description to skills. Okay. Alright, so I also have a list of the skill definitions open because I am so sure that I'm not going to remember all of these. And I'm definitely also maybe not going to rate every single skill in the game because there's too many of them. Because look at this. But I do want to take the ones that I like and give them some actual credit for being really cool skills that I enjoyed using. And as we all know, there is one tier, there is one specific skill that deserves top of the line, absolute brilliant, master skill, better than everything else. Where the frick is Bladestorm? Anyone see it? What is this ordered by? Oh, it's ordered by class, isn't it? Wait, is it not here? Bruh. Where'd it go? It's right there. I'm bad at seeing things. Help me out. Where is it? It's right at the top. Second column near the top. Is it this one? Bladestorm. I found it. Haha. Yes. We found it. Okay, Bladestorm is amazing. Let me read the skill definition too because I have it available. Free sword attacks on enemies that enter or attack from melee range, as you should. Absolutely amazing skill. Totally the best skill in the game. Can anything compare to this? I don't know. Oh, it's about me. I love that. Okay, what else is good? Let's see. Holo targeting is one of my favorite skills actually. Just, it's like a personal thing. So holo targeting, let's read the definition. Any directed cannon shot, hit or miss, will mark the target, increasing your squad's aim by plus 15 against this target. I'm a huge fan of things like that, stuff that like increases the accuracy, etc, etc. I love buffs and debuffs. I try to turn it into, I try to add that into any gameplay style that I use, so huge fan. What else is decent? Let's take a look at all of these. So Inspire is a psychic skill, but it's definitely worth it. Let's move that one all the way up here. So anyone who has played every Fire Emblem, any Fire Emblem ever, will know the brilliance of dancing. Usually in Fire Emblem games there is like about one dancer unit, and a dancer is someone who can let a unit go twice in one turn. Inspire essentially does that, so you can give your action to somebody else. Yeah, it's just good. I think it works well in any tactical RPG. Like, dancers are never bad, so hey, let's go. What else is there? Any other? Rupture was pretty decent, although I didn't get to use it as much as I would have liked. Rupture, I think, just adds +3... Is that what it does, right? Yeah. +3 total damage? Yep, +3 total damage from all sources. Which was decent. Uses 3 ammo. Not bad. What else is a skill that I liked? Shadow Strike, Shadow Step. Wait, is Slash just the ability to use swords? Okay, they put like the first skills in there too. That's funny. What else is good in here? We did some fun stuff with, did we do some fun stuff with lightning hands back in the day? I don't think we did. Oh, where's Death from Above? Where's Death from Above? Death from Above! Yes! Okay. Brilliant skill. Oh, Deadeye! That's a good one. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Where's Deadeye? There we are. Yeah, these two go hand in hand. Sniper skills, good stuff. Let's put that in here. Death from Above ranks above Deadeye. So Death from Above essentially means that if you kill someone while you're at a higher elevation than them, you get your action back. Hell yeah. And then Deadeye is like plus, I want to say plus 3 or 4 damage, right? Let's click on it and find out. Oh, it increases the base damage of the shot by 50%. Okay, that makes sense. But it also reduces the overall chance of a shot by 25%. So more risk, more reward. I mean, I can't say no to that. Another one I really liked is Untouchable, isn't it? If you score a kill during your turn, the next attack against you during the enemy turn will miss. I'm a huge fan of things like that. That is actually also a skill in Fire Emblem. In Engage, it's Claude's skill from his emblem. Then let's see if I can find Untouchable in here. There it is. Fan of that. Put that in here. Nice. Oh yeah, Serial is good. Serial is good. What does Reaper do? Oh, it's the one where you attack multiple times, right? Yeah, okay. Reaper goes all the way up. I think actually I'm moving some of these down. I think Deadeye is down here. It's good. Like Rupture, definitely not bad. But it's not on the same level as these like insane skills that I really, really liked. Reaper, Death from Above, Untouchable. I was using these all the time. What is Long Watch? Is Long Watch just the ability to like Overwatch with distance? Is that what that is? Long Watch, I'm clicking on it. Yeah, allow Overwatch to trigger with squad side. Okay, I guess that was kind of useful. I couldn't figure out how, for a long while, I couldn't figure out how this whole squad side Long Watch thing worked. But yeah, I used it. I did use it by default. I put that on there. Long Watch. Let's go over here. Yeah, Overwatch with squad side, exactly. Yeah, Serial with swords was actually really, really good. Serial itself, I didn't use as much, purely because of the way that RNG works in this game. So I think the problem, we already talked about this, so I'm not going to go over it again, but I think one of the things about XCOM is that if you miss one of those 80% shots in the middle of your Serial run, then like, you're kind of screwed. Versus Reaper, where everything was essentially 100%, so you can guarantee kills. I liked that more, so Serial goes down one like list. But it's still good, still definitely good. Run and Gun I did use a little bit. Conceal I honestly should have used more. Like I did like it, but it was a good one. What does Phantom do? Did I even take that? No, I didn't. When the squad is revealed, the enemy remains inconcealed. Okay, I didn't do that. Implacable is Kanto, isn't it? If you score 1 or more kills, you're granted a single bonus move. Yes, I'm a huge fan of Kanto. I think in this game you can choose either Implacable or Untouchable, which is unfortunate because both of them are just good skills. Both of them exist in Fire Emblem, and I liked them both. I think in one case I had them on both, didn't I? Somebody had them on both. Where is Implacable? Did I already put it on there? No, I didn't. It's over here. Yeah. Implacable goes a little bit below, I think. It's like around here somewhere. Still good. I do love me some Kanto, but a little bit less reliable. Okay. On to the... okay, wait, what's the one that gives you +2 healing? I liked that skill. I think I put that skill on like everybody at the end because I gave up on hackers. Is it Medical Protocol? No. Medical Protocol just lets you do healing remotely, although that is good. Is it Revival Protocol? Oh, maybe it's Field Medic, I think. Yeah, equipped medkits have 2 extra charges. Yeah, Field Medic is good. Field Medic actually was kind of useful on pretty much all my units, so I'm actually moving it up a tier despite not using it that much. It was definitely useful enough to deserve this position. Oh yeah, good point. Let's go on to the psychic skills. So I like Dancer. I definitely like Domination. Oh yeah, I definitely like Domination. What else did I like? I'll put that up there for now and I'll bring it up later. Fuse was decent. Void Rift was really good. I like Void Rift. I think we used Void Rift a decent amount. That does like AoE massive damage, and the best thing is it recharges. Best. Love that. Oh, one of these, like the Ever Vigilant and Guardian, were also really good. Let me put Void Rift in here. Void Rift A tier. Actually, Void Rift A tier, Domination S tier maybe. Yeah, let's do that. Nice. All right. Fortress is the one that gives you free Overwatch. Is that the one? Is that the one? Oh no, it's just the one that makes you immune to fire, poison, acid, and okay, that one I didn't even like that much. I'm not even putting it on this list. Null Lance is good. I use Null Lance a significant amount. I feel like I'm gonna put that in there. Put Null Lance. Null Lance. Null Lance goes like here, at the bottom of B tier, but not bad. What else deserves a mention? Oh, Killzone. Yeah, good one, good one. I was a huge fan of Killzone. I think the main problem is once we got the significantly upgraded sniper rifle, it only has 3 bullets, which does significantly nerf Killzone, but for mid-game, it was insane. Mid-game definitely requires a Killzone or 2, in my opinion. Guardian is the 2 Overwatches. Like the repeatable Overwatch, right? Like you have a 50% chance of getting another Overwatch and it goes up to a max of 7 or something. Is that the one? Let me just click on Guardian right here and see. Yep, grants a 50% chance during Overwatch to perform an additional shot if the previous Overwatch shot hits. Okay. That wasn't bad, I used that. Let's put Guardian in here. Guardian. Here it is. Nice. I don't think I ever used Stasis, did I? That's unfortunate. Does Guardian even have a max? I thought it said up to a max of 7 if you click on the little, like, extra thing. I could be wrong about that, though. Does it have any? Not sure. Threat assessment. Oh, wait. Is, what is that? Okay, clicking on it. The link in the XCOM wiki is spelled wrong. Hold on. So it leads you to a 404 page. I think I can... Maybe I can change it by spelling it right. Okay, you can, yeah. Aid protocol now grants the target a covering fire Overwatch shot, but the... Oh, yeah, that was useful. Yes, I did like that. I did like that. Let's go back and do that. Threat assessment. Threat here. Nice. Blade Master and Shadow Step. I think that's just the ability to use swords. What was Shadow Step? Is Shadow Step worth it? This soldier does not trigger Overwatch or reaction fire. I think we use that every now and then. I don't think it was super important. So I'm gonna put like... I'm gonna put Blade... Do I even... Yeah. Blade Master just plus 2 damage on swords, right? Okay, that's what it was. I'll put it in A tier because I liked it. Yeah, it was plus 2 damage on swords. Yeah, sounds good. Alright. I think this is how it goes. Something like this. I might swap... I might swap a few of these, I don't know. Blade Master wasn't that good. Is Long Watch better? Maybe. Long Watch might be better. Yeah. I think this is my list right here. And then looking through all the other psychic skills. What's Schism? Did I ever use that? Schism, clicking on it now. Insanity now does a small amount of guaranteed damage and applies Rupture to the target. Oh, that's kind of cool. I don't think I ever used Insanity, so I definitely didn't use this. Alright, there we go. There's my original, my top tier list. Here, we see everything at once? No. Here, let me just zoom out a little. There. And here. Yeah, best skill in the game, definitely Bladestorm. Just insanely cracked. The fact that this exists is so absolutely terrible. Holo targeting was really good, plus 15 extra attack, plus 15 extra chance to hit. Inspire is a dancer skill, Reaper lets you go more than once, Death from Above gives you more than once. Essentially, Inspire, Reaper, Death from Above all let you like go multiple times per turn. And then Untouchable, I like things that can activate on enemy phase. Untouchable is essentially like a 1 free hit on enemy phase. And then Domination lets you, is like the charm mechanic from Triangle Strategy, lets you control a unit. Or I guess more similar to Betrayal from FFT, which is neat. Love that. Hell yeah. Yeah, there was one that gave Insanity to all Void Rift targets. There was also one that I think gives like extra accuracy if you like take cover or something as a sniper or something like that. Those are good too, but I think they weren't skills that I specifically remember for being good. These are the ones that I remember for being good. So I'm going to go ahead and click those. Let's put the save. Title of tier list. XCOM2. Save. Oh, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to save the image. Let me save this image. Save this image. Save. Download image. Okay, it's downloaded. Nice. Alright, and with the skills covered, we move on to the next topic. The enemy! So, yeah, so there's enemies in XCOM, in case you weren't aware. And some of them really suck. Let's see if I can actually identify them, because I don't think I will be able to. Here. So we're gonna do maybe like major threat, minor threat. I'm gonna remove one of these actually. Let's do like here. We'll sort them into 4 categories. I think that's enough. There. Must die, major threat, minor threat, or leave for last. There. And now, starting from the normal guy. I don't know. He's not a threat, right? I don't remember the names of any of these people. In fact, I barely remember what they are. Here, okay, so now there's this guy. Lancer? Elite Lancer? Just Lancer? Guy with the sword? Either way, not that threatening to be honest, and essentially easily taken out by Bladestorm because I think he has no distance moves at all, so leave for last. All enemies who can be sorted S tier, enemies who can't F tier. Kinda, yeah, I mean, wait. Not that I remember who these people are is the real thing. Who are these guys? They're just people with guns. They all look like people with guns. They look like the exact same people with guns. Wait, this one's yellow, so is he a purifier? There's gonna be another tier for like, I don't remember what this freaking enemy is. The Lancer can also shoot at you? Damn, I didn't know that. Okay, I mean, all enemies are gonna shoot at you. I'm making another tier, hold on. Add a row below. New genre, who dis? This tier list is Long War. Those are Long War enemies. Oh, nice. Okay, good. Yeah, that explains why I don't know them, because I've literally never seen them before. Cool. Are there any enemies in here I should be knowing? This guy I know. He's an Advent officer, maybe. I'm gonna put all the people I don't know in here. I don't know who you are. I don't know who you are. I know who you are. I don't know who you are. Stop me if I'm putting somebody in here that I actually should know. I don't know who you are. Oh, this is a... Wait a minute. Aren't these my friends? Aren't these the Beethoven's guys? The heck? Not all enemies will shoot at you because some spend their turn doing whatever else. Some of them... Tisk tisk. They need to have a life. What is this? Is this a turret? Is this a turret? No, right? Okay, these are... I'm starting to feel... Oh, this is a heavy mech. I don't know what this guy is. This is a heavy mech. Heavy mech. Major threat in the beginning, minor threat. Oh, you put the shield master. Oh. Is this a shield master? Oh, is this a shield master? Don't they like wear white? They were minor threats. No, that's a bit. I don't care. He's a shield master now. The guy with the shield, like the one that does the shield, the one that I possessed in the final guy. Wait, isn't this guy in white? Is this guy not wearing white? I could have sworn. I know the shield masters wear white. Do they? Who knows? Turrets. Genuinely major threat. I hated turrets. Sectopods. Genuinely must die. I think the main goal was to try killing these. The bit is the one you confused for the turret. Oh, this? This one? Okay, I think there might be a delay. I think that's why. Nice. Okay, well anyways, feel free to, if you feel like there's a bit of a delay in stream, by the way, at any point, I'm talking to everybody, just reload stream and hopefully that should fix it. But yeah, there is going to be a little bit of a delay during stream. That's just how it always is. Okay, yeah, so anyways, these guys, weak to swords, not a threat. Oh wait, definitely a threat. I remember in the first few levels, This guy freaking... I think he possessed... I want to say he possessed Mesa, and then Mesa killed like 2 people. It's a pretty major threat, actually. Major threat in beginning of the game, minor threat in the end of the game. Okay, Snake Boy. Actually, less of a threat than I thought they would be. I think they were once. They pull you up to them, which I thought would genuinely be a problem, but it turns out that it's actually pretty easy to handle as long as you just shoot them first. So nice, love that. Is it like a different type of Snake Boy? I think there was only one Snake Boy as far as I remember, and I'm gonna pretend it's this guy, so eh. The Faceless, yeah. Definitely not a threat, but like, I think I left them for last once and it like got me killed, so. The small alien isn't a bigger threat than the Viper. The small alien. This guy? Is this a small alien? It would be useful if these had names on them, wouldn't it? This is what I get for stealing somebody else's tier list. As I am clearly doing, by the way. This guy? Yeah. He's definitely a bigger threat than the Viper. Yeah. Because the Viper actually just constricts you, but this guy immediately controls the enemy. That he is like, not the enemy, his enemy. Me. Yeah, because the Viper guy, he can pull you to him, but that's fine. And I think the constriction does 2 damage. But this dude, I think, immediately possesses people. He controls you and die. Or he raises a zombie and dies. Yeah. Yeah, but like, you know, but he's controlling you in there. Like, obviously by endgame, neither of these are actually threats. But in the beginning, I remember this guy doing massive damage to me. So I'm definitely putting him up in major threat. Just from what I remember from the beginning of the game. I think by the end of the game, is no longer a problem. Alright, what else is in here? Is that a Mouton? That's a Mouton, right? Yeah, okay. Moutons are actually pretty decent threats, I feel like. Because you can't sword them. That's the problem. You can't sword them, and that is an issue. I'm putting him up here in major threat. And then this guy is a Berserker. I think the Berserkers were actually less of a threat than Moutons. I remember killing them faster. I remember having like a map full of Moutons and Berserkers, and I didn't mind the Berserkers so much, from what I remember. Okay. What else we got? Some guy that I don't know. Oh, the Chrysalids. Hate those guys. All the way up to the top. Frick the Chrysalids. Why do they exist? Archons, meanwhile, not too bad, I feel like. I originally hated them more than I eventually hated them. These are essentially all rated based on my first impressions of the class. So like, whatever I thought when I first saw them. And yeah, these are freaking terrible. Andromedon, actually not as bad as I would have thought, I think. Still a minor threat, but like, not too much of a minor threat. And also, I'm putting the Faceless down here. I don't think they have any distance moves at all. This guy, I don't know. It's the Avatar. Avatar surprisingly never became that much of a threat, I think. I'm gonna put him here in like the Moutons are worse than Berserkers. Yeah, definitely, I know, right? I'm putting the Avatar down here in the major threat category. Purely because I think he probably should have been a must die. But like, for some reason, you only fight 4 avatars, I think, in the entire maps, right? Because you fight 1 in the map where you originally meet them, and then you fight 3 in the end game. And out of the 4 that we fought, the one that we fought in the middle map, the Chrysalids were genuinely much more of a problem than the Avatar ever was. And then the 3 in endgame, 2 of them got freaking one-shot due to the, yeah, by the time the Avatar comes into play, I was just way too strong, I think. Like, I think everyone would be when playing the game, so I was like, he's not a problem. Okay, this guy, I don't know. Is this a Purifier? Is this just a weird Purifier? Okay, I'm gonna assume that's a Purifier because that's the only class I can think of that isn't represented here. And yeah, I'm still mad at that guy for blowing up that car and destroying all of my units, but I can't admit he's not really a minor. He's a minor threat, he's not a major threat. So let's put him in here. And last but not least, the Clone Guy. Clone Guy, I think, is at the bottom of the major threat tier. I feel like when the guy clones you, it's still not as bad as him controlling you, I will say. Like, I think Sectoid definitely higher up than that, because the Sectoid automatically does control you and then runs the frick away. This guy clones and then knocks your unit out, so at least your unit isn't moving, so it's fine. Purifiers are not worse than shield bearers. Yeah, I agree. Isn't this a shield bearer? He's over here. Shield bearer's at the bottom. Oh wait, I don't agree. No, hold on. Purifiers are definitely worse than shield bearers. What are you talking about? No, I disagree. Purifiers have fire, and fire is bad. Also, they explode when you slash them with a sword. That's terrible. What do you mean I can't kill them by default? I dislike that greatly. Meanwhile, every shield bearer I've fought is just like, I'm gonna put up some shields, and then you can kill them pretty fast, and then eh. They miss far more than shield bearers. I guess my playstyle is that I don't want either of them to actually be shooting me. Like, I'm judging these not based on how much damage they can do. I'm judging them not based on how much they can hit me, but how much I will take by taking them out. Like, what is the difficulty of taking them out, essentially? The goal is for neither of them to actually damage me, and the fact that I can't rely on that with purifiers makes them significantly worse to handle. I hate things that have to deal with probability. Like, no! What do you mean, chance of explosion? Because, like, if they didn't have that, then I could send my swordsmen, which were usually my strongest units. You don't want either shooting you, but the purifier is far better to shoot. Well, usually I just kill them both before they can, like, even have a chance to shoot me, right? But it's harder to kill the purifier. Versus the shield bearer, who I can, like, leave alive, actually, because it's not going to do anything. Like, leaving a shield bearer for last is a genuinely valid strategy that I used multiple times, and it was kind of fine. Versus, I think, this dude. Yeah, this is, I think this is my tier list. I think this is what I think. Here, we can kind of cut out the other ones. Here. The sectoid has a chance to mind control you while the Spectre is guaranteed cloning. Ah, see, I didn't know that. Because to me, it just felt like the Spectre would always mind control me. Or sorry, the sectoid would always mind control me. You mean they could, like, not do that? What? Oh yeah, we're a gatekeeper. Oh, you're right, we're a gatekeeper. Oh, I think this is a gatekeeper. I found him. This is a gatekeeper. He's in the must-die section. Frick the gatekeeper. Look, I know in Fire Emblem Three Houses, gatekeeper is everyone's favorite unit, but you were just traumatized. I think I got unlucky or something then, because he definitely, I feel like every time a sectoid showed up and I managed to happen to somehow let him live, he killed me immediately. He poisoned my units. He drowned my crops. Yeah, I think because the sectoid shows up so early and is the first, I think, enemy you encounter that isn't like a normal enemy, I was like, what? Aliens have like psychic abilities? Sectoids really aren't threatening, lol. Yeah, I know, but remember, we're only judging them by the first time you meet them. We're judging them by like my first impression of the unit. Obviously, by the end of the game, they're not doing anything. But I mean, to be fair, you can argue that by the end of the game, none of these guys are doing anything, so I have to judge them based on my first impressions. By the end of the game, I was powerful enough that I could essentially kill anything I wanted. But at the beginning of the game, even in the... Oh, really? God damn. That's unfortunate. No, you're not convincing me on this one. Sectoids are a major threat. I'm keeping him here. He stays there. No, this is fun, don't worry. Yeah, I think this is gonna be the end of my my tier list here, so I'm gonna go ahead and put this on save or download. XCOM. That's not XCOM. XCOM2. Download image. Okay, downloaded. Nice. Alright, we're gonna get rid of this. And then we're gonna freaking go back to here, and then click on this thing, and then click on this thing, and then move back one more. And then do this. Heck. Okay. Where's my playthrough at again? Ooh, okay, wait, hold on. let me rewind a little bit so we can see so we can see a fun moment in the final battle. Oh yeah, we did forget Priest and Codex. There's nothing I can do about that because I don't even know where they are in this thing. I think the Codex... Oh, I found him! Wait, hold on. I found the Priest and Codex. Never mind, we're going back to the rating. I found him. Okay, this is the Priest, I think. Wait, he's pink. Wait, this guy. I found the Codex, at least. I don't know why this Priest is pink. It's not usually pink, I feel like. Okay, whatever. The pink one is gonna be the Priest now, okay? Priest. Definitely extremely minor threat. Leave for last. And then Codex. Minor threat, but like not by that much. I hate the splitting thing. So here. He's pink because of the lightning. Ah, okay. Good to know. Okay, there, now we have my list. I added one to minor threat. Actually, shall I move the Viper down to leave for last? No, I never want to leave a Viper for last. It's not a good idea. What is this dude? Advent Officer? Does he do anything? I don't actually know if he does anything. I'm putting him in leave for last. Yeah, priests are... They the save boys? I don't actually remember. Probably. They're like the stasis boys, aren't they? I think you can leave them for last pretty safely, actually. Yeah. Alright, save. Download image. Nice. Okay. Advent Officer increases the chance of the enemy to hit you and only that. Oh, I didn't know that. That's actually really funny. Okay. Anyways, back to the Priestess, the Stasis guys, and the Holy Warrior guys. I think I mind controlled him at one point, one of those dudes. That's what we did. That sounds about right to me. Good times. Alright. Anyways, final topic. Story. And while that's playing in the background, or while we'll talk about the story, let's leave this playing in the background. Yeah, I think... So this game's story is very difficult to rate, because there isn't as much of it as I would expect from a tactical RPG that I've played like in the fantasy series. So for example, you're thinking about games like FFT or like, I don't know, like any Fire Emblem or Tactics Ogre Reborn or Triangle Strategy. Usually there's a lot of setup for why you're playing each map and why you're in the game and why you're doing certain things. And each of the maps is like planned and you're there for like a very specific reason, and the enemies and such and the terrain and all match whatever you're doing in the story. And I will say that I usually like things like that. Like I like to go into a map and be there for a reason. It's why I play these games. So I'm gonna add one more sin to the sin counter. Because in XCOM, I feel like I spend a lot of time just going into random maps to do random things. It feels, in that way, kind of very Western game-ish. Because I think that's just kind of what you do, right? Like, the whole story of XCOM is centered around, like, going and freeing small areas and, like, collecting resistance packages and, like, rescuing VIPs. But none of those people matter to the story, and none of those items matter to the story. So what you're doing there is purely tactical with little to no story focus at all. And as for someone like me who really, really enjoys the integration between gameplay and story, there's less of that than I would have liked in this. That said, I can give the game some points. It's like random battles, except you start them yourself, and you also don't get to control when they happen. They just kind of happen sometimes randomly, so I guess that's fine. The only people you remember are Elena, her dad, and Julian. Who's Elena? Like, you said Elena and her dad, and I just straight went to Octopath. Who the frick is Elena? I remember Shen, Lily Shen. I remember, was his name Tyson? What's the other guy? I forgot. Tygan. I remember something Tygan. I remember Commander. Yeah, Elena and her... Elena is an Octopath character. That's why I got confused. I'm adding a win count for this, for the Shen storyline. It was kind of nice. I'm a fan of that. But, Alien Ruler's Mission has a really good story based on the fate of the scientists of the first game, but you missed it. Goddamn! Well, I missed a lot of things from the Alien Rulers DLC, didn't I? Almost as if there was an entire section in this review titled Bugs. I think it's not so much that the names aren't memorable. It's more that the characters aren't doing much. Other than Lily Shen, who has, because of the DLC, an arc to herself, the commander isn't... Commander? Wait, no, I'm the commander. Who's the Central? Central Bradford? Is his name Bradford? Why do I remember that? I don't know. Central guy and Autopsy guy and that's it. There's only two characters in the whole story. You missing Alien. Maybe eventually it is Bradford. Let's go. Okay, so Bradford and Tygan and Shen are the three characters that exist in this entire game. Out of all of them, Shen is the only one who gets any actual character development at all. Julian is a character. I will give him that. He's not a main character, but he is a character. So, +1 for Julian, obviously. But with regards to the rest of it, you're kind of just walking around and doing random shit for most of the game. There is also, of course, a main storyline. But I think the number of maps you fight that are actually main storyline themed are like, what, like, I don't know, 10 max, right? Less than 10, probably. I think there were like a few at the beginning where you're like maybe rescuing... I don't know, Elena, right? The Elena is the Reaper, right? Isn't that the Reaper's name? Right. She exists. Pray Tell Mox. Elena Dragunova, I think, was the name that I had for her. Pray Tell Mox. Is that her actual name? Is that like a named unit? Or is that just a randomly generated name? Oh, Bradford gets some characterization in the Alien Rulers. Okay, so that's why I'm missing that. I see. So Bradford has a DLC and Shen has a DLC. And I got the Shen DLC, but I didn't get the Bradford DLC. That's unfortunate. Okay, wonderful. Good to know. Maybe eventually I'll come back and play that somehow. Okay. So anyways, Elena and Pray Tell Mox and... Wait, there's no named Templar. Oh, yeah. So Elena and Pray Tell Mox have one map. And then I think you have like one map where you first encounter like the zombies or something. There's the map where you rescue the commander for the first time. Then there's like maybe a map in the middle somewhere where you like uncover some secrets about the Avatar project. There's like the black site. There's the portal map with all the chrysalids where you get the portal. And then there's one more where you... Wait, I think I already counted the Avatar map. And then there's each of the chosen DLC maps. There's the Shen map, which is also DLC. And then there's the final 3 maps where you hack into the mainframe and then you break into the main underwater fortress and then you fight the Eternals. So all in all, not too many story maps and not a lot of the gameplay count is in the story, which is fine. Yet again, this is like a thing that is my preference and not necessarily something that's bad about the game. But to me, I was like, oh gosh, like, can I just see what happens next? Like, I wanna play more interesting tactical maps, but I wanna play more interesting tactical maps that do something to the story. And I think at some point the maps weren't tactically interesting either, because you're kind of just doing the same thing over and over again. Like, for the first few, when we encountered like the collect all the resources map, or like the rescue all the civilians, or the rescue the VIP, like those are all really interesting when you play them once or twice. By like the multiple time, I was like, okay, I already know how I'm gonna try to solve this. So, now it's just a question of like, where's the enemy? I don't know, because it's fog of war everywhere. So, yeah, I don't know. I think it wasn't necessarily my style of gameplay. It felt a lot like if I was playing Engage, but I had to play every single skirmish when it showed up on the map at every time. Same thing for like FE15. Like if I had to play every single skirmish when it showed up on the map at every time. And that leads me to a point where in Fire Emblem, skirmishes do exist. Where I think skirmishes are sort of the equivalent of these random maps that you play in XCOM2. But in Fire Emblem, you're always given the choice of whether or not to play them. And if you don't play them, you run the risk of having underleveled characters. And I'm the sort of person who enjoys that, so I'm down to not play a skirmish map and go into the next level underleveled and see if I can beat it. But with XCOM, you kind of don't really, like, you play them as a penalty for leveling up your units. So I guess you can keep leveling up your units, but you also have to like wait for research. So it seems almost counterintuitively like you're kind of forced to play them, which is fair. Yeah, I don't really think there's like a problem with that specifically. It's just not my preference. From what I saw of the Shen story, though, I did really like it. I am a huge fan of the whole like robotic overlord type of storyline. I'm a huge fan of like the, oh, my father left me this type of storyline. Good stuff. Love it. Can skip the... Yeah, I feel like I was told, like, warning, you should not skip this map or else bad things will happen. And I was like, okay, good to know. I'll play it. So fair enough there. I think Pray Tell Mox had something interesting going on with his story, but we don't actually get any character development for him. We just rescue him immediately. And he doesn't really say anything. He just joins your army immediately. That's fine, I guess. I do like the fact that throughout the entire map series, the Chosen all talk to you. That was brilliant. I genuinely could not imagine this game without the Chosen, because I found it so fun that like you're just like flying around on the overworld and the Chosen, like the assassin is like, oh yeah, frick you. You fool, I am coming for you. And I'm like, yes, good. Very cool. But also please wait. It was fun. I think it was a good time. I think also the Chosen's specific maps, like the Assassin map and the Hunter map and the Warlock map, give you a little bit more lore about the games as well. I remember learning for the first time in the Hunter map that the Chosen are actually supposed to be humans who were chosen by the aliens to like become some mutated creature and fight for glory. Later on, of course, you learn in the main storyline that everybody else in the alien army is essentially just juiced up humans, so hey, good for them. Fair enough, I guess. It has a warning, but nothing really happens. Oh, neat. I took their warning at face value. Oh, gosh. Supply raids, council missions, and haven retaliations actually make you lose a region contact if you ignore and fail. Yeah, and, like, for someone like me, I wouldn't ignore it, so that means I'm forced to play it, and that means it's just the same map that I'm playing over and over again. I will say that I think, for, like, as far as the story goes, the game does a really good job justifying that. So you really feel like, okay, like I've got to go do this, like I've got to go save these people, or like do, like it makes sense that the story is happening in that way. And I will applaud the game's structure for making it such that you can actually go through the whole game and do these supply raids, and it doesn't feel out of place. Like it doesn't ever feel like the game is forcing you to play the same map over and over again, but they totally are. So yeah, -1 sin count for that, but +1 win count for fitting it so well in the story. I will say, I think I really did like the fact that it felt, at the end, natural to do these things, even if it isn't my preferred style of gameplay. If I were in an American army fighting for the people, then maybe I would feel the same. Oh, man. Okay, did I miss anything there? I think, yeah, just massive plus points to Julian's story. I liked Lily Shen a lot. She was cool. I like the fact that the Chosen talked to you. I like the fact that the commander, sorry, not the commander, the central guy, Bradford, and Tygan also talked to you. That was kind of neat. I like that. Did you take off a win? No, it was at 19 before. I added 20. I accidentally wrote 21, and then I unwrote it. I did not, I promise. It was 19 before, and I added 1 to 20. I just typed 21 accidentally. Yeah. Yeah, no worries. I think we're good. Okay, and with that, I do believe we're reaching the end of my overview. Outro. Nothing else I can talk about, I believe. Was there anything else I needed to talk about? Yeah, did I miss any topics? Anyone want to hear anything? Actually went back to check. Yeah, no worries, I remember. The review is over. The review is almost over. I have a few more words to say, and if you have any questions, now's your chance to ask. Yes, this is true. We're getting into the death data. Chat tier list. All right. Okay. You asked. You asked. Mob asked specifically because Mob knows that they did really well as a unit. Okay, so for the people who might be confused, this game was not only brilliant in terms of the characters that the game had. Okay, no, it wasn't. I didn't really like the characters that were there in the game, but I solved this problem by importing chat into XCOM2. Chat was my army. Let's actually skip the outro for now. Let's review chat's performance. Topic, conscription. Wait, hold on. Missed a letter. There we go. Do benched units get to count? Yeah, for sure. Here's the problem. I'm not going to remember benched units. Okay, let me pull up the data, and we can take a look while this is playing in the background. We can take a look at what the ending counts of everybody were. So give me a second. Here's my conscript storage, where I've been tracking people's lifetimes in the game and out of it. And I can give a few fun little rewards, I think, for people. Let's do that. Many of us in chat are spreadsheet people. Show us the spreadsheet. Indeed, yes. Hold on a moment, folks. As I do. Here. Okay. Behold. Wait. Oh, this is, okay. This may not work as well as I thought it would. Here. So essentially we've got all the usernames of people when they first added their name to the list, when they first became alive, when they first died, and then if they were in the body of somebody else, if they were possessing someone's soul, then who it was. Hey, give me a second. Yeah, I know you're beholding the XCOM video. Give me a second. Alright, hold on. Maybe window capture 3? YouTube. Oh, look at that. It's me! More me! You can always never have too many lints. Okay, this is just the list of skills. Here. There we go. Nice. Alright, here. It's kind of small. It's kind of small still. Let me remove this from the background. Wait. Oh, that didn't do anything. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Nice. And then maybe if I zoom in a little somehow? Okay, no, this is... So I don't have a proper CSV editing format. It's, this is like some random... some random CSV editor. It isn't one of the good ones. So I actually genuinely think you can't zoom in on this. But behold, the data of all the peoples. I don't think I died because I took damage in the last fight when we changed the rules. Dead should count overall. That's true. That's true. You get to... Well, technically you don't get anything added to your death time. Although, to be fair, You do still die because Trashy the cat was there in the final battle, see? Them's the breaks. Look, you got possessed. This is the marker. But yeah, so shout out to everybody who played in the game. Shout out to everybody who joined in chat. Here's the list, a full list of everybody's stats. So Joe Generic Clone 1 lasted a single day. I forgot about that one. Here, I'm gonna scroll through it just really slowly so that people can see. Feel free to read as you wish. But also massive shout outs to the people who get special awards that will be assigned by me now. Henceforth, I do declare Marionette Doll. Congratulations for being the only unit to start living on day 1 and then hecking survive the entire time. Congrats. Massive cheers. Woo! This is true. It's true, everybody else died. And then everybody who joined on day 2 died. But Mob seems to have lived starting on day 3. Congrats. Mob also gets an award for, I believe, being in the final battle. Who else was in the final battle? Does anyone remember? I don't remember the entire list. I think we brought Mob, and then we brought like one of the clones, didn't we? We brought Juan, and then Juan fell bravely in battle, I think. Yes, on day 51. Alas, alas. Oh yeah, Falls. Falls, while we're at Falls' name, Falls gets an award for, I think, dying the fastest. You'll notice. I'm gonna highlight. Shout out to Falls, who died bravely in service of the infantry the most times out of anyone else. Yeah, so I think Falls died, like, I think they started living on day 15 and then immediately died on day 16. And then I brought them back on day 18 because they immediately added themselves to the list again. And then they immediately died again on the same day. And then I think they actually started living after on day 25. Congrats. Many deaths. No, wait, hold on. You died again. Never mind. I think you died on the same day again. Because you immediately started living again on day 26. Never mind. This is a third death. That's hilarious. It seems to have been 4 times in quick succession, Falls. Congrats. You had 4 separate bodies in quick succession. Here you go. Within the short span. There was only one deployment where you didn't die. Hey. We all need units to serve into the meat grinder. We appreciate your sacrifice. Shout out to Falls. Hilarious. Who died the most or had the most bodies? That's a good point. I think it might have been Falls, actually. Mob had 3 bodies, but the third one lasted way too long. And Mob did not get a chance to revive purely because they were just still alive. So Mob is here, and then here, and then here. You know what I can do? Hold on. I can take this, select every name here, and then just put it into a repeating list. Give me a second. So here, repeat counter. Count duplicates in a list. Paste your input text, go. Okay, give me a second. And then I also need to remove anyone who did not get revived at the end. So Hobbit, Moose, Mesa, and Juan put their names in the list but did not yet get revived. Joe Generic did though, so show results. Okay. Yeah, I think it was Falls. It was Falls because Falls also died on day 4. I'm reading the stats right here. It looks like Falls had 5 bodies. Joe Generic had 4 bodies. Joe, you were second. You were close. Falls had 5. Joe Generic with 4. Super Slick with 4. Juan with 3. Mob with 3. Psych with 3. And then Derivis with 2. I think Hobbit only died once. Yes, Hobbit has 2 bodies. Nice. Yeah, Trashy took your body in the final map. Oh, in the gap before you got it back again. Ooh, okay. I don't actually know, because I think I didn't write... So you died here. I only wrote down the possessions if they were possessed in the middle of a map. If you got killed and then I like replaced your name at the end of the map, I think I changed it afterwards. So I didn't write it down. Oh, hold on. Never mind. It seems Joe Generic was temporarily in your body. Never mind. This is the one, I think. Yeah, you died on day 6. This is the one. You died on day 6, and here's Joe Generic taking over your body. Ironic. Heckin' hilarious. Good times. Wait, is this the one? Oh, you died pretty late, actually. Did you take your own body back? Oh, you might have. Sounds about right. Oh, man. Yeah, are these all the rewards? I think these are all the rewards. Shout out to all the people in the final battle. Shout out to most deaths goes to Falls. Shout out to longest life goes to Marionette. And then... I think there isn't one overall MVP. I think I simply cannot hand out an overall MVP. Every character who ever played Ranger gets MVP. Brilliant. Love me some Rangers. Let's go. I think actually maybe Iron, because Iron was like always my healer. Iron Nordavanik might get like just an overall MVP for keeping everybody alive for like the longest time. I think started on day 12, lasted all the way up until the end, and was in the final fight, I believe. Yeah, I think Super Slick became paired with them, maybe. Am I right about that? I'm not quite sure. Julian gets overall... True. Julian gets overall MVP. Good point. And you know what? You know what? The game gets 1 point overall. Just for having... The fact that you can customize your units, it's not unique to XCOM at all. You can definitely do this in most other games. But the level of customizability is kind of insane. I'll give it a point for that. I had fun with naming chat various things. And tossing out the rewards. It was a good time. So yeah. And yeah, just like last shout out to everybody who ever played. It was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed this. So yeah, with that said, let's go back to the outro. Let's get back into the outro. Let's see if I can pull that up real quick. So here. We're gonna put the final fight back on. We can watch people get killed in the distance as I talk about the outro. Am I missing anything else? I think we're good, right? Sad that you ended up missing a bulk of the streams due to mysterious circumstances. Yeah, you were just too busy dying gloriously, right? Like, I mean, what else could we possibly want out of life? I jest, I promise. Okay, yeah, XCOM was a really good game. I think despite the fact that I came into this game thinking I probably would not like it at all, I ended up really enjoying it. I had a lot of fun. There were a lot of things, however, about this game that I think I did not personally like. That does not mean it is not a good game. I think it's something like... So, for example, when I did my Tactics Ogre Reborn review, I talked about the things in this game, and I was like, these are usually, like, not good things. Like, I think I didn't like these things, and I feel like most people would also not like these things. For me, in XCOM2, everything in the sin count, like, only a very few of them are actual sins. Many of them are just things that Lynn specifically does not like, because Lynn's style of gameplay is vastly different from XCOM. I prefer the types of games that you can get out of Triangle Strategy. And that's not the fault of XCOM. It is a brilliant game. It is not necessarily one that I personally think is like my favorite type of game, but man, did I have a lot of fun with it. So yeah, shout out to the people who made this game. XCOM is brilliant. It is good. Somehow it stands the test of time. It has been, what, 10 years since the game came back? Not bad, not bad. It's a good game. Is there an XCOM 3? No, apparently. Oh yeah, modulo the bugs. Minus the 5 sins that were all due to bugs. They also did make like a dozen of them. Oh, is there an XCOM 3? Okay, alright. Are there more games? Good to know, good to know. Yeah, so speaking of more games, the question now becomes what I will play next. So I'm actually not sure. I think, as we all know, Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave is probably going to come out at some point sometime soon, but I will admit that I really expected them to announce the release date. They still haven't. They still haven't. As of when I'm saying this, they have not yet told us when Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave is going to be released. So... I don't know. I can't plan around a schedule if they don't give me a schedule, goddammit. When's Fortune Weave coming out? Oh heck, is there an ad break now? God damn it. That's unfortunate. Alright, well anyways, I'm gonna be, I think for now, Q&A. If anyone has any questions they'd like to ask of me. Yeah, FE4 is definitely on the list. This is true. I really do like FE4. I want to play it eventually. I did think that there would be a remake, but with Fortune's Weave still coming out, they're not going to announce a remake of FE4 like within the next year or two. That said, I don't want to start something like FE4 and then not have it, you know, like finish within time. So I did this for Engage. I started the beginning of Engage, and then I had to like wait multiple months because I think like either Tears of the Kingdom or like Octopath 2 or something came out in the middle. So I had to just pause Engage and come back to it later. I don't want to do that for this. And that said, there is also another game that will be coming out that will essentially monopolize my stream time. It is not very long, guys, before the release of the Elliot game. I will be playing that on stream. I am going to be having so much fun with it. It is essentially a Zelda-like in the style of Octopath Traveler, so I know I'm going to have a blast. 6 games in XCOM, 7 in Reboot. Ooh, fun. Yes, I've heard a lot of the good things about Mario & Rabbids. I think the second game is better. Sparks of Hope, I want to say, is what I was told. I would need to get that, yeah. I don't have it, but I could get it. Oh, FFT Advance. Yeah, I've heard about that. Is the story of FFT Advance good? I heard it is a lighter story. I like story. Huge fan of story. That said, I don't want to put too many games on the list when I know that 2 other games are coming out in the near future that are going to take over. So what I might do is, I might just play... We have to pause FE4. The generation split could be a good time to do it. That's kind of true. That's a good point. That is a good point. Yeah, I think those are all definite good choices to be next on the list. I was also considering doing FE3 for the first time. So I've played FE12, which is the remake of FE3, but I have not played FE3 itself. And I would maybe make that my first Iron Man, because FE3 throws a lot of units at you. We could do something like that. Iron Man FE3. If everyone dies, then I have to retry the map, I guess. Like Iron Man with soft locks, because I don't have time to restart the whole game, I think. Haven't seen anything about Sparks of Hope. The first game is fun. That's good. That's definitely good. FFTA's story being quite good. Oh, okay. Nice. Good to know. Good to know. Definitely good to know. Yeah, those are definite options. FE4, FFTA. I think what I might do, though, is that for the near future, until I wait for, like... I might wait until, like, Hades ends, essentially. I think until Hades ends, we play Hades, and I might do, like, another quick filler game in the middle. I want to play some... Oh, ad break is over? Good, okay. Yeah, so we were just talking about which tactics games I could potentially play next. Some of the options are FE4, which I have not played and really want to play. FE3, which I would play as an Iron Man. I've never played it itself. I have played its remake version, so I haven't played like the original version. I could potentially play that. FFTA, heard good things about. Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope, or the original. Both of them are quite good, and I think they are also kind of XCOM style, so that might be fun. Yeah, lots of good suggestions there. Elliot comes out on June 18th. This is true. Yes, I will be playing it either on release or like a few days after release. I think something like that, because I might be out on that exact day, unfortunately. But I'll be back very soon to be playing it, and I will be essentially concentrating on that in my non-tactic slot. So I don't want to have too many things happening at the same time. But yes, Elliot is definitely on the table, and it will be happening. Fortune's Weave is also on the table and will be happening, which is why I'm hesitant to start too many new games. And I do also want to play Tunic in the non-tactic slot. So yeah, I've also been meaning to do for a while, if you do FE4, will you do a complete blind run, or will you have some guide info? Oh yeah. So if I play FE4, I will be playing it not completely blind. I will be playing it blind with as much as possible, but very much like I did for FFT, I will allow essentially chat to give me tips to not miss content. Because I really don't want to miss content. I'm definitely down, and I will look things up as necessary to not miss content. Same thing that I do for every Fire Emblem game, you know what I mean? But I prefer not to look things up as much as possible, so I will go into it blind with as many things as possible. I won't, for example, look up strategies or tactics, etc. Yeah. Similar to my FFT playthrough. I think the main problem, yes, exactly. FE4 has a lot of hidden events based on being on a specific tile with specific characters. 4 is not unique in that way. All old Fire Emblem games are kind of like that. And I am well used to it. You just gotta look them up. This is completely fair. I don't mind that at all. Yeah, shout out to, like, I think Radiant Dawn? Yeah, Radiant Dawn, where you need to have, like, 1 of 2 units stand on a specific tile in, like, the corner of a desert. And then you get Stefan. Like, okay, good to know. That's true, FE4 does have really big maps. Good point, yeah. Yeah, fair enough. I will be looking this up, don't worry. Yeah, same way that I played FFT, for the people who remember the FFT playthrough. Is that POR? I feel like Stefan was... I think Stefan is freer in POR? Oh, yeah, you could be right. Oh, it is POR? Okay, never mind. How does Stefan rejoin you in RD then? I couldn't remember that. Stefan is POR Desert? Yeah, I don't remember how he rejoins an RD then. I remember that. It's either Mordecai or Leith, and you have to stand in the corner of the POR desert, yeah. Is it the one where you also get Tamud? Yeah, he just joins an RD. Okay, never mind. I had them switched. I thought maybe he just joins you in Path of Hades. Either way, I did look it up so I could get that, yeah. Good times, good times. Yeah, I think, okay, so while I decide what tactics game to play next, I might hold a poll. I hate that they haven't given me information on when Fortune's Weave is coming out. I think, if I do... Okay, if I do a poll, it will be... I'll decide within, like, the next week or so whether I do a poll. And until then, I think I'll play some Tears of the Kingdom. I've been meaning to play a little bit of Tears of the Kingdom. I got a lot of fun things that I want to do in Tears. I never finished all the shrines. We might do, like, a shrine rush in Tears, where I just run to different shrines and try to complete as many of them as possible. I'm gonna cheese the heck out of them. I know what you get if you do all the shrines, and I hate it, but I'm still gonna do it. I'm gonna do it so I can hate on it properly. Who knows, maybe I'll even play a little bit of Hyrule Warriors on stream. Again, I have Hyrule Warriors now. I might do something like that just for a little bit. But I will be playing a tactics game within like a week or two. Yeah, I just need to decide which one. That's the problem. So originally I wanted to do Tunic, but I can't do Tunic because now the Tunic devs have said that they're making, they're doing something. They're doing like a remake for the Switch, or they're like upgrading the Switch 2 version. Something like that. And that's actually really cool because I was actually genuinely deciding whether or not to play Tunic on the Steam so that I could get the benefits of Steam. But I would have to play it with a keyboard then. Or risk it and play the Switch 1 version on my Switch 2. But honestly, adventure mode streams for HW sounds so fun. I think Tears will be a lot of fun too. Tears will be a lot of fun. There's a lot of stuff in Tears. There's a lot of stuff. I think it'll just be for a little bit maybe. Unless I'm having too much fun. Let's see. But yeah, I do want to get back to a tactics game. It's just, it sucks that they haven't told us when Fortune's Weave is coming out, which is why I have to make these decisions. Maybe we start for FE4. I think that's my like main contender is FE4 right now. I think it would make sense to start FE4, and then if I like end it at the right point, like you know the point, at the generation skip. If I can get to the generation skip by the time Fortune's Weave release, that can be really cool. And then Elliot game will essentially replace Tears when it comes out. That could be good. Yeah, I might do that. I might do that. Good suggestion. We'll see. Okay, anyways, with that decided, now we're done with our review of XCOM. If you haven't seen my review on all the other games here, check them out. They are on the YouTube, as I said at the beginning of the stream. I've got like, so I played Fire Emblem Engage with Maddening, Blind, including the Xenologue in the DLC. It was brilliant. It was an amazing game. I absolutely loved it. Triangle Strategy I have played 3 times, once on NG hard mode, hard is the hardest difficulty, with Golden Root, which was very fun, and then another time on Deathless with Triangle Strategy rules, which means you can't let any of your units ever die, or any of the green units, the allies, and that makes the game a lot more tactically complex. And then the last time on Random Army with Deathless according to Fire Emblem rules, also on the hardest difficulty of course. Good times, what a brilliant game. Also played Tactics Ogre Reborn. I did no deaths, no incapacitations for that one, so I can't let anyone get knocked out at all, and it was brilliant, and it was also terrible because Tactics Ogre Reborn is a very interesting game. And then lastly, recently we played Final Fantasy Tactics War of the Lions. Brilliant game. They recently remade it to Ivalice Chronicles. I highly recommend folks playing that too if you haven't already. What a brilliant story. Also played that one with no deaths, which was a good amount of fun, and I guess most recent now is XCOM2. I had a blast with it. So maybe stop by soon for some FE4. It will take me a little bit to get that set up, so maybe we'll play some Tears in the middle. We'll play some Tears in the middle while I get FE4 set up. I think I'm more and more set on starting FE4. The longer they wait to tell me about Fortune's Weave, the more set I am on starting FE4 now. I've been waiting for too long. Just release Fortune's Weave, goddammit. Watch them. I'm gonna say this, and then tomorrow they're gonna be like, surprise, we're releasing Fortune's Weave in May, and then I'm gonna not be able to play FE4, obviously. Essentially, if they come out with news on Fortune's Weave, my plans might change, but right now I'm thinking of just starting that. So yeah, It'll be fun. Last but not least, if you haven't joined the Linfantry, check out my Twitch page if you're watching this on YouTube, or check out my Discord if you're watching this on Twitch. We've got a Discord. You can join that by typing in !Discord into the chat right now, or just clicking the Discord link in the page. I'm always glad to have more people around there, and I do have a tactics tracker on there, which keeps track of not only what all the tactics games we've played are, but also all of our ratings on it from all the members of chat. You too can contribute and add to the tactics tracker. Put your opinions in there, rate the games, see what everybody else thinks. Join the Discord to do all of this. I do need my FE fix, this is true. Lynn is Sigurd getting mad that Nintendo doesn't remake his game, so he spoils everything. I mean, Sigurd spoils his game in Engage, by the way. Also, I already knew, but he does also spoil it in Engage. He's like, ah yes, this is a thing that happens in my game, thank you. Good to know, Sigurd. Oh man. Which also, yeah, that's true. Okay, everything is spoiled in Heroes though. Which also implies that Sigurd and all the rest of the emblems in Engage are post-death, which is heckin' sad is what it is. Anyways, with that, I'm heading out. This has been Lynn. Let's go raid somebody else who is within raiding distance. Not I, because I have to log into Twitch. I did not yet log into Twitch. That is on me. Let me look this up. Okay, who's streaming? Looks like Koareta Crowfeather is doing a stream. It's been a while. Let's go raid them. They're playing some Crash Bandicoot. What a game. Let's go raid Koa. Raid Koareta Crowfeather. Bam. There we go. Have a great night. Hell yeah. Have a great night to you guys too. Thanks for this stream. Hell yeah. Thanks for stopping by. As always, I appreciate it. To all the members of chat. I'll see you later. Bye, folks.